Hey, yo, JB. They thought we fell off or something, man. What you think? I didn't think so. MaQ, man. No surrender, no retreat. For real, you really thought we fell off, though? You thought I disappeared? Word? Watch me resurrect like the second coming. It's never just about the cash, I kill for next to nothing. Long as you listening and long as the record's bumping, I'm liable to torch the building when my best is summoned. True. JB, keep it banging with the fresh production. What up? It helps create the proper balance like a breast reduction. The deep end becomes a puddle when I step and jump and credit buzzing Cali to Africa with my second cousins. I came a long way, from a long way. I had to U-turn, I went the wrong way. Addiction mixed with depression made for some long days. Dug my way out of it, had to do what the songs say. Come on, still here. If you know me, it's a blessing. Stacking trophies, learning lessons with my homies and my brethren. It's real. Trying to win, better stick to the guidelines. Y'all quitters better stick to the sidelines. Fuck a white flag. Surrender ain't happening. Gotta soldier on till we gone, stay battling. No, we ain't panicking. No, we ain't vanishing. Throwing in the towel ain't happening. Fuck a white flag, surrender ain't happening. Gotta soldier on till we gone, stay battling. No, we ain't panicking, no, we ain't vanishing. Throwing in the towel ain't happening. You thought I disappeared? What? Watch me reappear like a magician. Rappers sweaty soldiers, but they nowhere near the mission. Clogging up the circuit, they be all in the way. The get rich quick scheme fails, they call it a day. Hey, sharpen up and adjust, switch up your plan. Instead he quit it and ran. He went to sit in the stands with all the rest of the fans, probably where he belongs. He thought he was an artist, that motherfucker was wrong. Too bad. Time's precious, I don't waste it on a weak chunk. Nope. Call that a roadblock? What? That's just a speed bump. A minor inconvenience. I run it through and raise my name to a level where people can't deny my simple genius. No surrender, no retreat with the white flag. I hustle for my duffel, I be working for my bag. What you wanna be, a boss or a henchman? Y'all quitters better stick to the bench, man. Fuck a white flag, surrender ain't happening. Gotta soldier on till we gone, stay battling. No, we ain't panicking, no, we ain't vanishing. Throwing in the towel ain't happening. No, fuck a white flag, surrender ain't happening. Gotta soldier on till we gone, stay battling. No, we ain't panicking, no, we ain't vanishing. Throwing in the towel ain't happening. No, fuck a white flag. Y'all don't want no problems, man.
Hold on. Oh, we got a problem here? We got a problem here?
I ain't think so, man. Youngsters can get it, and you old ass rappers.
Oh, you want something too, old man? No.
Yeah.
In the middle of night, ain't no sleeping. Not an inkling, no sheep, nay, a peeping. Eyes go tight, the blue tears, no peeking. Hall walls painted with blood stains and shrieking. I know you try to skip the dungeon every weekend. Come cut the flesh of the rope burns deep in. Torture to captivity, stuck within the pain of mediocrity. Unknowing if your presence here is obsolete, your fresh face I wanna eat. Sort of makes prophecy. Skulls of my nourishment, I'm living in poverty. Raw from the punishment of memory fathering. Sworn at the daily fear of darkness that follows me. Time to slowly bring you to the light. Might loosen up the grip for a false chest to fight. Like, put you at freedom, I hope when you in that bright, I grip or help every aspect from the eyesight.
This sickness is incredible. Cut off limbs become edible. The slashing brings me peace, but still I know it's terrible. My mind is the terror, the will these inner feelings go home. Although I want you to stay, I gotta let you go. Nobody can save you, and no one will. Chalking up your life as just another kill. Still wiping off the board for another thrill. There's no way you can survive just by laying still. Nobody will save you, and no one can. No one makes it out alive unless it's in the plan. Even when they take your legs, you can try to stand or orchestrate the very end with a helping hand.
Really is no mystery, I for surely have screws missing. My look and view on humans has got all of these dudes tripping. YDMC my family, I kill for my dude pimping. Just drop me off the body, I know just what to do with it. He slams his chain to my basement, my equations erase them. Shank them with blades and razors, although they pray to they savior. Don't wanna hang with a player, finna play with my paper. Look inside the chamber and see what we make of a hater. Spitting scenes, quick 16s, Kill more things than Mickey D's. Never get a thing on me, obsessed with defeat like Mr. D. Thought you could be a pussy, troll like pillow pants, oh this the thing. You got the wrong fellas, you ain't finna play that shit with me. Try to battle my demons, been told to try breathing. I'm letting that knife sink and slitting your chest just like cleavage. You ain't lasting a night even with the terror that I'm reaping. I'm leaving these guys bleeding and keeping my sight swinging.
Nobody can save you, and no one will. Chalking up your life as just another kill. You're wiping off the board for another thrill. There's no way you can survive just by laying still. Nobody will save you, and no one can. No one makes it out alive unless it's in the plan. Even when they take your legs, you can try to stand or orchestrate the very end with a helping hand.
Got the moonrise, call me rocket. Got him near the rockets. Talking Colorado. Right there by the rockets. On my wrist, see something rocket. Since these bitches wanna clock me, let the misses count the profit. We don't get it, you can't stop it. Got the moonrise, call me rocket. Got him near the rockets. Talking Colorado. Right there by the Rockies. On my wrist, see something rocky. Since these bitches wanna clock me, let the misses count the profit. We don't get it, you can't stop it. Tiger tatted on the thigh. Hazel green eyes, same color as a tree. Bag lady on the grind, cones we sprinkle with the keys. What do we keep? Take a trip to Dubai. Fall so steep if ever I glide. Need that tree that we quick to supply. See this location remote. Now we don't do all the gossip. It's that Rocky Mountain high, enjoying life. You know we profit all the trials and tribulations. Gotta put them on the muscle. Such a beautiful struggle. Feel like
Good was good. Another beautiful Friday.
Yo,
What's cracking, y'all?
what's happening with y'all, man? What's good, what's good, what's good? Diff Dope in the motherfucking building. How the fuck you feeling, man? Shout out to everybody joining us right now. Happy Friday.
Happy motherfucking Friday, y'all.
Yes,
That's what I'm
yes.
talking
Right on
about.
time.
God damn it.
Man,
Shit.
fuck this week. But
Agreed.
we get to get all that off our chest and kick it with y'all one time. And that's what's really important in this motherfucker, man. Hope everyone's being safe out there. Hope you guys have been wearing your motherfucking mask in public and washing your goddamn hands. and
Hey,
sanitizing.
the numbers have not really gone down like we want to believe they have gone down. So y'all still need to take the precautionary measures, man. Make
Be
sure
careful.
you're doing these things to take care of yourself. Keep yourself sanitized. You know what I'm saying? Do all these things that you was doing before. Don't stop doing them.
Don't stop now. Don't stop that shit, man. Do some shit, man.
We ain't at the finish line at all. Like, the Midwest is getting smacked right now. So,
Very true, very true, very true. So we want to make sure that everyone here is being safe. That's the only thing that we care about is your safety. Your safety in this motherfucker is very important. Yeah.
we need y'all alive, man. We need y'all alive when we can start rocking shows again.
Yeah,
you know
we can't rock shows, man. I mean, like, look, don't get me wrong, man. I could close a good funeral if you needed me to. But
It's a little morbid, bro. All right.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, hands in the air.
Oh, wow. Oh, good, man.
No, I'm just kidding, man. But like for real, man, we want everybody up here. It's a Halloween time. It's a Halloween humor. Come on, man. Now when I tell that joke in December, then you can hate me.
Oh, everyone's depressed and shit. Fuck you, what, dude? Oh, shoot.
Man, who's in the chat, man. What's cracking, man?
So how y'all feeling on a Friday, man?
Good.
Tap in with us. Let us know how y'all feeling, man. What y'all got going on? What's
Architect
good with
says
y'all,
digging
man?
y'all new videos. Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Appreciate it,
that,
man.
man.
Right, thank you.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we fucking put some work in, man. Diamond Pit Media doing some thing.
Shout out Diamond Pit Media.
Base Life Films decided to do some shit.
Base Life.
Yep.
That's what's up.
You know,
Yep, yep.
shout out Evil, the illest in this motherfucker.
Man, it's all fam, man. What's up, Evil?
Yeah,
Check
man.
out that hate on
Yeah,
that.
hate on
that.
that
Yeah,
video.
that goes
Myself
hard.
and Evil the Illest. Yeah,
Try
check that shit out.
try to hate on that.
Yeah, nah.
Just try. It's pretty good. You can't really do it. So
Yeah, shout out to both of them.
yeah, hell yeah.
Hatred
Always
is
a pleasure.
futile.
You can hate as much as you want. You just be hating yourself in the end, man. But yeah, man.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
We also got White Flags. Make sure you check that out.
That
MaQ
video
SteeZ.
is crazy, bro. That video
It's
is
vivid,
crazy.
man. Vivid colors, vivid shit, man.
Diamond Pit with the film.
Yes, yes.
Did-
Shout out.
Diamond Pit
Diamond
did
Pit
their
Media.
thing on the film, and bro, you did your thing on the track. It's hot. It's hot. Y'all need to check that out
That's
if you
the
haven't
exact
seen
video
it yet.
that song deserved. It needed a good ass video. You know what I'm saying? It was a good ass song.
Y'all make sure you subscribe to the Diff Dope YouTube, man. If you are not already subscribed, do that. This
Because
is
the
how
videos
you.
is gonna keep coming.
This is how you're able to stay abreast of all of these things, all of the
Turn the
new
mic.
tracks, all of the new videos. So go ahead and subscribe, man. Make sure you do that.
Check, check, check.
How we sounding out there?
Can you hear us better? I didn't even do a sound check. What an asshole.
That's how we do. Everything's on the fly. You know what I mean?
I could have just looked at the damn
Why
fucking
you-
screen and told that it wasn't loud enough, but no.
Let's look at the audio wave and shit. But
The D and YD stands for dickhead. I just want to let y'all know.
hey,
My
you-
bad.
You said it.
Loud and clear. All right.
Right here.
Shout out. Man. All good. All right. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Architect.
Jack, you in the building.
Yo, we out here, man. Shit. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week for Diff Dope in general. Piff Falbonero's been shooting a new video for a new
Hey,
single
yep,
that he's
yep.
working on.
Yep. Never gonna stop. You know, video coming soon. Shout out to Diamond Pit Media.
Yep. So we're gonna finish that one up.
Coming soon.
You know, you guys seen White Flags? You guys seen Hate on That? If you haven't seen White Flags or Hate on That, what are you doing? Like, don't
Get on it.
get on it.
Get
See
yourself
that
together.
shit. Come on, get all your shit together.
I don't think so.
Pack it, all your shit. Put it in your backpack. Take it to the shit store.
I think I just saw this. Shirt full.
I should have
Oh,
that's
man.
stoner shit. I should have
That's that classic stoner shit right there.
Yeah, that was classic stoner.
We've all done that.
Y'all all have done it. Y'all don't need to know what just happened. Just know you've done it
If you
before.
know, you know.
You've done it before.
If you know, then you know.
Yeah.
Where'd the remote go? Oh, it's in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How many of y'all
You know
ever
what,
put the
man?
remote
Where's
in
my
your
phone?
refrigerator?
Yeah, for real.
How
Nah,
many of y'all
yeah.
put your remote in your refrigerator? I have several times.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Several times.
Damn.
When I lose the remote to anything, the refrigerator is usually a spot that I should look.
Wow.
Stoner shit.
Stoner shit.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Oh, I miss beers.
Yeah.
I miss it. But
You guys might be wondering about Rock Forever in Pieces. Well, Rock Forever Pieces is complete. I needed to re-upload something, so I'm gonna do that after the podcast. But it's gonna be out. I was at work today. I'm a normal person too. All right. So while I was getting my Clark Kent on, I couldn't exactly do my Superman shit. All right. You know, both them niggas is never in the same place at the same time.
Cause both of them niggas be having shit to do.
Right.
You know, there was no time for the phone booth. Motherfuckers had work to do.
But the niggas was after the same bitch. Ain't that some shit?
And she had no idea. Like, oh, come on now. It's the same dude. Oh shit.
That's
How did she not know?
Because only one nigga was hitting.
She never saw the cape. Never saw the cape when she was giving it up.
Only one person was hitting. That was probably Superman.
Nope.
Oh yeah, she was dating Clark. Yeah, y'all remember Lois and Clark? Did y'all ever watch that shit? Lois and Clark was the shit. Y'all didn't watch Lois and Clark? It was better than Smallville. I watched that on Smallville too, but like
Smallville.
Didn't watch that either. I don't know. Superman was never really my thing. I saw some of the old joints from the 80s. You know
he
what I mean?
can't satisfy you with his little worm.
What superheroes did y'all fuck with back in the day? I liked Batman a lot.
Batman,
Yeah,
was my
Batman.
guy.
Yeah,
Who did y'all?
I never
Batman.
really fuck with Batman. He's just
No.
I liked Batman.
cause he's just a regular ass nigga with money. Like
I saw some shit that said he like Batman's basically Jeff Bezos.
oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. point
It's
there. You
like
got a
Mark
point
Cuban with a fucking heart of gold and shit, like trying to fight crime.
I mean, like shit. I mean, where's that jetpack ass nigga, man? We need Tony Stark to fucking
We
start
gotta
whooping
figure out
some
what the
ass,
fuck that
man.
was.
We need to get to LA and ask whoever that dude is. Like, yo,
LA?
like why? Like, what's going on, dog? Are you like practicing?
Yeah, I ain't off that shit yet.
It's like
I'm
superhero
still,
practice.
Like,
What are you doing?
Yeah, any EMPs going off anywhere in your vicinity?
Man,
Kyle's in this motherfucker. What's up,
Hey,
Kyle?
What's up, brother?
It's a
What's going
party
on,
now.
man?
Hey, what's
What's
up,
going
man?
on
What'd
with
he
you,
say?
It's a
Kyle?
party now.
He said Batman couldn't fight crime after an IRS audit.
Shout out to Kyle, man.
real talk.
He's like, what?
The real MVP. No,
He's like, did you write off this Batcave, bro?
Did you write off this back there?
Oh Lord, IRS come through the fucking Batcave and take everything. Like, nah,
Everything.
man.
and was Alfred paid or was he just a hostage? Like, you know about this shit, so you can't leave, nigga. Like,
What's up with Robin though? Why Robin get way less fucking like equipment? Like,
they're like, hey,
They had to make it clear that he was the sidekick. Not only did they make it clear that he was the sidekick, but they kind of made it very, very clear
He was
with
the
him.
human shield,
With him,
basically.
do not expect a sequel or do not expect a spinoff. They kind of made that clear with Robin in the Batman
Yeah.
series. They made that crystal clear. Don't expect no spinoff with Robin.
like he's not worth his own show.
except
Like,
the Nightwing on DC Universe. They have the Nightwing. So it's when he grows up.
Robin
to be
was
the Nightwing.
Scottie Pippen all the way.
I wouldn't even say that.
No.
He was like B.J. Armstrong. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Damn.
I was just saying, like, you more like BJ.
like he didn't like
Scotty actually ran with it, had the ball and ran with it
Yeah.
for a year.
Scotty
So
was actually like a
got him
integral
in the
part.
playoffs.
Okay, are
got
we
him
down-
to the playoffs.
You know?
Okay, are we downplaying
Eastern
Robin
Conference
here?
Finals.
Are we downplaying Robin? 'Cause
Robin-
could do some shit. He did
Dennis
some shit.
Dennis Rodman might possibly be the greatest rebounder in history.
Robin.
He's
did
on
lead-
that list. He's in that conversation.
You say he did lead the Teen Titans after, but kind of did a shitty job though. That's true.
Dennis Rodman,
You know,
Dennis
he got to
Rodman
the
might be
Eastern
the best
Conference
rebounder that the game has seen.
Maybe.
He's one of them.
He's definitely up there, especially because he was 6'8". Like 6'8", and he's like getting 25 rebounds a game over 7-footers. Like what?
Yeah.
That's insane. But Will Chamberlain.
Bill Russell still holds the record for all-time rebounds, like in a game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will Chamberlain averaged, what was it, 25 rebounds a game or something?
How do you
Like
average?
that season, he averaged 50 points.
That was that era, bro. Like, cause like centers typically during the time Wilt and Bill Russell played, centers were typically like 6'9", 6'10".
If you're following,
Like you didn't have 7-footers in that era.
He said Rodman also made peace with North Korea.
Yeah, he was hanging
He
out
did.
with Kim
He
Jong-un.
did go to kick it with Kim Jong
They
Un.
were hanging
Did he
out.
really?
Yeah.
Hey, cause you know
Yeah,
why?
and the
Because
U.S. government was mad.
because like over there, like Un was like he's huge into American culture.
And he was a
American
fan of Dennis
television.
Rodman. That's
And
why
yeah.
Dennis went over there. Because Kim Jong-un was like a fan of him and lightweight wanted to meet him. So that's why Dennis Rodman went and met him.
Give him the red carpet
When
treatment.
did this happen?
Right.
What year did that happen?
This was like, a few years ago.
Yeah, it was recent for sure.
It's been a few years.
Was it?
It's been a few years.
Maybe like 5 years or so.
That's gonna say, was it before Trump or?
I think it was before.
During? No, I
Wait,
think
what was
it
what
was
the-
during.
I totally forgot when.
I think it was
I don't know
during.
when
Trump
it
was
was.
probably hating on that.
Trump.
Kyle, what year was that? When was that? How many years ago was that?
Fact check.
Fact check.
Somebody.
It was right before Trump. See,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
How did Obama react to that?
If
Did
Trump
Obama
went,
react
like,
to that?
if Trump went, he probably would have brought Rodman with him if he was down.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, although, like, if you see Rodman and Trump together going,
I don't think
anywhere,
Rodman
you
would have gone with Trump though.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, I guess he doesn't need him.
5 years ago. That's what I would say. I was
Okay.
5 years ago. That's what I was saying. Yeah, we went from comic books to basketball hella fast.
Yeah, that transition. Like,
Go Lakers. Rest in peace, Kobe.
go Dubs.
Yeah.
But I said it out loud. My bad.
Jeannie Buss is the first female
Come back healthy. That's all I'm
Owner.
gonna say. Come back healthy.
the first female owner to win a championship is Jeannie Buss. So that's
Salute.
pretty big.
Salute. That's dope.
Hey, and you know what? That's huge given the legacy of that family. And rest in peace to Dr. Buss, who I think might be the greatest sports owner, like, period. Just if you think about how he just revolutionized what it meant to be a sports franchise owner. Just like everything he did at the time, nobody before him did the shit that he did. Like, just think about this. Every fucking basketball arena now, NBA basketball arena, even college basketball arena, well, NBA definitely has a company name attached to it. Jerry Buss was the one who pioneered that. He started the Great Western Forum was the first building to have a company name attached to the building. So now that's a way of life in the NBA. Like you get a corporate sponsorship attached
In
to
every
your building.
sport. Every sport.
Yeah,
Right,
every sport,
that's
soccer,
just how it is now.
Every sport, yeah.
Jerry Buss revolutionized that.
What year?
Just the whole mentorship program now, because it's not like that all the time, but now there's an avenue for players to kind of like get under the wing of the franchise owners now if they want to learn business tips. Before Jerry Buss, owners weren't doing that. There was a clear distance between management and the guys in the locker room before Jerry Buss. But Jerry Buss like saw something special in Magic immediately, that's what changed it.
They used to party together. Like they used to like smash girls together and shit. Like there's hella stories about they were like in hotel rooms going hard in the paint.
Hard in the paint.
You had to say hard in the paint.
Oh shit.
That was perfect.
Pause.
Basketball.
What?
No, hard in the paint. Basketball.
Hard in the tank.
Carry out.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. I'm sorry.
Hard in the paint. Hard in the tank.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm good. But yeah, man. Salute to Jerry Buss. Like I heard the story of this week. I guess MaQ Cuban is the one who like revolutionized the whole like making sure players got a whole spread. You know what I'm saying? Like when the game's over, like making sure they can eat. Because like normally after the game, like cats would like send the ball boy to like McDonald's or some shit. MaQ Cuban was the one who like, you know what I'm saying, revolutionized the whole like make sure you feed everyone.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of everybody. Make
care
sure
of your
like
team.
make sure the arena's like home to them, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like
Make them as comfortable as they can possibly be when they walk into their
Jordan's always in
arena.
the class.
Because they're going to play 41 games here.
He is the mark.
And more, which is the
Mike
goal
forever
if we
will
get in
be.
the playoffs.
Yup. Make sure like you know, they kind of like they're a little pampered now, but you know, you want your players feeling good, you know what I mean?
Where'd you get the skin of your...
What up? Oh, Sprouts.
Oh, you're going
Y'all want some?
I always get the...
Oh,
yeah,
but
one?
Before,
Oh, hell yeah. That's
before
what
we-
I live on. I ran out today.
before we totally drift into something else,
It's still sober October in this motherfucker, y'all.
and before we totally drift into something else, sticking with Jerry Buss for a minute, another thing that didn't happen before Jerry Buss, the halftime show. Cheerleaders having entertainment during halftime, that's another Jerry Buss original. Like this, I'm telling you, he has to be the greatest sports owner ever just because of how many things he fucking revolutionized that are commonplace now. Like, you wouldn't even recognize sports without these things. But before him, nobody was doing these things.
Who started the Christmas games?
That's a good question.
That was probably more of a league thing.
Probably David Stern.
That was probably more of a league thing,
David
right?
Stern probably put that together. Like that, that shit's an event. That's what I look forward to on Christmas, man.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Basketball all motherfucking
Hell
day.
fucking yes.
That shit is great.
And you know,
he's the greatest owner just for the cheerleaders alone.
Just for the cheerleaders.
Hey, before Laker girls, basketball didn't have, the NBA didn't have cheerleaders before the Laker girls. Jerry Buss revolutionized so much shit, bro. Like, so much shit that's like just regular everyday shit in sports now started with him. It was crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the NBA's changed a lot, man. Like, back in the day, it was seen as like a thug sport. Like, they be beating each other up. They be like,
oh yeah, bro. No,
that's true though.
No, man. Have you ever watched what goes on under the net in like
Bro,
the mid 80s?
Who will ever forget the clothesline? And I will always hate him for this. But who will ever forget the clothesline that Kevin McHale laid on fucking Kurt Rambis, bro? And Kurt Rambis, who for the most part was a peace-loving hippie, jumped up like he was with the shit because Kevin McHale clotheslined the fuck out of him.
Yeah, you remember Dr. J and fucking Larry Bird?
Yeah, they went into it. They went hands.
Like two of the best players in the game. Like, fuck it, let's throw hands.
Right.
Fuck basketball.
No, the NBA used to be like the NHL back in the day.
What I mean, they're and you know, none of these ridiculous fines and fees.
Yeah, no one got thrown out. Like,
you lost the.
They're like what? Like they couldn't even spell flagrant then. Right. Like there was no such thing as a flagrant foul. Like,
remember what Robert Parrish did to who was that? Bill Laimbeer?
No.
Architect says most sports have become way too political now. He said Kareem broke his hand on a dude's face once. Yep.
Yeah, dude, like even the nice dudes,
the nice guys who are not to be fucked with. I don't
like Robert Parrish.
Yeah,
punching dudes in the face. Like,
big old Christian boy, but don't fuck with them.
Yeah, you never know, bro. You never know.
Damn.
Can't underestimate nobody.
That shit's crazy, man. That shit's crazy. So, fucking A, man. Well, sports to me is like almost coming to a close. We got football though going on,
and we got baseball. Shout out Dodgers just went up 2-1 tonight. Hey, I gotta throw it out there before we start talking about football because I know football's gonna go on forever. They're gonna cut the baseball conversation short, so I had to slip it in. My Dodgers just went up 2-1 tonight, and now that that's out there, let's talk football.
Boo this man.
Hey, LA to my bones.
Man.
LA to my bones.
And Las Vegas, because we fucking with the Raiders. And
Raider gang all day. Raider Nation all day.
Yeah, well.
Raider Nation all day.
Kyle knows what's up.
Yeah, see, everyone said when hell froze over is when the Dodgers would win another series. And look what the fuck's about to happen. It's 2020. You think hell ain't about to freeze, boy? Frosty down there.
Oh, Kyle. Your hate sounds so cute over the chat, Kyle.
Oh. That's good.
Giants and fuck the Rays too. Just like fuck this whole fucking series. Like baseball's over to me. I'm glad they do their All-Star game in the middle. Cause I would not.
Yeah, you low key rooting for the Dodgers. You just don't want to say it.
No, I don't know. Hell no. See that?
No,
that's why I said baseball's over. Baseball's over. It's just done.
Be honest.
It's
be
just
honest.
Done.
Be honest. You got a problem with the Dodgers? We know you don't want to see the Rays win. You got a problem with the Dodgers? Tell the truth. Okay, so you low key rooting for the Dodgers right now. You just don't want to put it out there. You just don't want to put it out there.
I'm gonna go with the league on this one. I'm gonna go with the AL. We gonna bang that red.
You fronting your ass off
we gonna bang that red all the way through, okay? I'm gonna go with the AL.
Ass off right now.
We ain't gonna blame that Dodger blue. No, we gonna bang that red all the way through.
Hey, well, you know what? I will say the Rays did take the Astros out, so.
Yeah, they did, and for that.
Because I did not want to see the Astros in the World Series,
no,
and not because I was scared of them. Fuck them. That's why.
Because of
That's why.
Last year's fuckery.
And it's proven documented fuckery.
Like how bad?
Proven documented fuckery.
I'm pretty sure we talk about this every fucking week, but that's just how prevalent it is. How bad do you have to be at cheating to get caught at it?
But like. Okay, so there's a lot of like sneaky shit you could do in baseball to gain an edge, and I understand that in the MLB teams do certain things, and it's kind of
strategy,
and it's kind of unspoken that they're gonna do certain things.
Underhanded strategy.
But to study signs and steal them like that's just going against like the sacred part of baseball to me. Like there's a line, you know what I mean? That's not over the line to stealing team signs.
Like steal
there's certain things you're gonna do to gain an edge, but
steal their glove or their jock or something like
right.
Know, like...
But when you resort to stealing the team signs, like that's kind of like a disgrace. Now you're just kind of disgracing the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Like you can like go ahead. You can steal the fucking pitch sleeve for all the fuck I care. There's copies of that, but you can steal the signs. Like that's like.
Thing is, baseball players been trying to get an edge forever though. Whether it's with the pine tar, fucking with the steroids,
and like I understand, and like I said, I understand there's gonna be certain things that they're gonna do. There's gonna be certain things that teams will look the other way on when their players do. There's certain organizational things that won't necessarily be encouraged, but won't be reprimanded either. I understand the culture, but that even with all of that known, there's still a line.
Where's Little Rip, man? We're talking all this baseball
if you
and
go that
fucking,
far
there's
to
no
steal
Little
a team
Rip in the
sign,
chat. I am upset.
Well, from what I hear, that's just against baseball, like
etiquette, like tradition,
etiquette,
purity, like you know what I mean.
You know, it's a little different
because it's kind of like no matter what you do, that's one of the things you don't do. You know what I mean?
It's just funny because basketball, everyone knows each other's plays already. Like
basketball's different though, like because there's not much
you can't really
space.
Do much.
There's not much space. There's not much space between benches. You know what I mean? There's not much space, so the other team hears the coach yelling out sets or yelling out plays. You know what I mean? And when when players on the bench are talking shit, these guys over here hear it. It's different with baseball where you're on the opposite ends of the diamond. You know what I mean?
I mean, but like basketball, they've been running those plays since they were like 11. Like you know,
you know what they're doing. You know what a high ball screen is. You know what you know what the motion offense is.
So basketball is like it's so finite that even though like they're in close proximity, it doesn't matter because like you know this shit.
And like they'll try to mask it, they'll give like different plays, different names. Right. They'll change it from game to game.
But you know what it is. If you're in the game, you're like, visually checking.
Running a such and such.
But yeah, if you're talking about all the way to the other bullpen,
right?
You know where you gotta like use binoculars to see them. Like you like.
So you're gonna go that far?
That's some old Bill Belichick shit.
and that's the whole thing. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. And it's not just me. And y'all can say, okay, of course you have a problem with it, Madman, because you're a Dodgers fan. That's a fair point. But if the league is making a big deal out of it, then obviously it's an issue. If the league is saying, okay, this is not cool, then that obviously there's a problem there. You know what I'm saying?
What Kyle say there?
Kyle said, here's for a debate, Barry Bonds, Hall of Famer or nah?
No question.
I don't think there's any question about that. And
yeah, we all of all time.
And yeah, we all know and understand the controversy that's attached to his name. But I don't think you can dispute that. I don't think you can dispute that.
His was the eye. He'll hit that ball out no matter what. He'll do it now, probably.
I mean, how many cheaters are in the Hall of Fame right now? Like, give me a break.
Yeah, there's a grip. There's a grip.
But
I'll go you one better. Should Pete Rose be in?
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yep.
They'll probably put him in the day after he dies. Like.
Right. They're waiting.
You know what I mean?
Good point. I didn't even think about that. You're probably right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
It's like we don't want you to profit off this while you're alive.
Right. Not only that, but we don't want you to enjoy it either.
Right.
We don't want you to enjoy it.
Yeah. He's like, you'll never know.
Which is messed up. You know what he did was fucked up, but I mean, damn. That doesn't really. I don't think that takes away from the career he had. You know what I mean? Like
it doesn't take away the career. The career's still there long after he's dead.
No, and it's like it's like a couple of old writers that are holding a grudge.
So I'll play devil's advocate for a second, just for a split second, and I think what the league might be trying to do, or not the league, but I mean I think what baseball might be trying to do is still try to keep some sort of like sacred aspect to it. They want their Hall of Fame to still be like feel like it has worthy guys in there. And I think
the thing is,
I think that they don't want the negative image attached to the Hall of Fame is what I think it is.
But there's a problem there. You got literal racists in there. You got you got Ty Cobb in there who like literally will step on a black man's face.
Right.
You got people in there that didn't even play with black people. They played when the league was all white. It's like, come on, like get your moral fucking bullshit out of here, man. Like,
well, you gotta wait for all of them to die first, then it changes.
Damn.
It's true.
Yeah, that's how I be too.
And baseball niggas live forever. Like
they tend to stay healthier longer than athletes of other sports.
Because they do less of anything than most other sports.
Yeah.
Well, it's well, no, I won't say they do less because you have to be in incredible shape to play baseball. But you have to be in damn good. Let me finish what I was gonna say. You have to be in really good shape to play baseball. You have to be in incredible shape, especially at the level that these guys play at. You're talking about professional baseball. You have to be in incredible shape, but it's a way less of a contact sport than anything else. Yeah, the contact is what's.
I got two words.
But you have to be in great shape to play that.
Pablo Sandoval.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pablo Sandoval.
Fattest
not in
motherfucker.
good shape at all.
I mean, how long?
Well, when you're hitting home runs every game,
no, he hasn't hit shit in
years.
He hasn't hit shit in years.
Babe Ruth, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. What about a fat fuck?
How
like,
big?
But Babe Ruth could run though. Babe Ruth actually ran the bases though.
It was all white people.
But Babe Ruth actually ran the bases though. No, I'm just saying.
There's no Cubans out there
fucking
honking down the ball,
But I'm just saying, Babe Ruth's fat ass would run though.
But there's no Dominicans out there that fucking run it in from center field.
You know,
like
you had Josh Gibson in the Negro League. He couldn't play in the Major League, and he could smoke all of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the league was very different back then.
Also, we're still gonna talk about motherfuckers that's out of shape and have big careers in baseball. How big did Andres Galarraga get before he retired?
The big cat.
The big cat was for real. Big Cat LaFleur.
Who did he play with?
Braves.
Rockies.
Okay. Braves and the Rockies?
Yeah. I think he started with the Rockies.
Yeah, he spent most of his career with the Braves. But he would be when he finally retired, he was ginormous. And I think he retired in didn't he retire in Frisco? Yeah, I think he retired.
Hey, yo, who was that one pitcher? That dude who looked like an old school coke dealer. He's kind of chubby.
What the fuck?
That nerves down. Bartolo Colon.
He looked like an old school coke dealer.
Yeah, Colon. Man, Bartolo Colon, man, he was coming for the K's and the K's. Like he definitely, man, like they paid him a lot of money to come to the Bay to get out of fucking New York.
CC Sabathia, yes, him too.
Oh yeah,
big old chubby dude.
No, not CC Sabathia. We're talking about Colon, Roberto Colon.
We were talking about I broke into a house and I came across a signed Babe Ruth.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yikes! Hope you still got that.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, right. Man, hold on to that till you're like, you know what I mean? Another decade, that should be probably worth a couple million.
For real.
Man, CC Sabathia though is fucking. I mean, like you running the bases. I think is more of a skill than an athletic feat. You know what I mean? Like it takes footwork. It takes a little speed and push, but I mean, there's some cats that like hit, so they never have to run the bases.
Nah, I mean, you know, speed comes in handy though when you're running them bases, man. Ricky Henderson, stealing all them bases, like, because he just had a different kind of speed than most of them players. You know?
Right. Oh, the motherfuckers came home, so he never grabbed it. Oh man.
Had to hit that 40-yard dash real quick.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, man, it's like you watch sports become more athletic as time goes on. You know, look at golf now. Like golf is like a super athletic sport now. Like
How?
motherfuckers didn't fucking start weight training and hand-eye coordinate training, and then they just practice playing golf. Then you have people that started pushing that into another dimension, like Tiger. Everybody want to hit like Tiger. Everybody want to hit 400. Everybody wanna drain the putts. Everybody wanna have the control. So they started.
John Daly disproves that all day.
Yes, exactly. But
man would get faded before he went out.
That's just because he's still hanging on around, man. He's on the senior tour now. You know, and I heard he was sobering up. I'm not sure how much he's sobered up, but I heard he was sobering up.
Hey, good for him, man.
Yeah,
he had a problem.
Base running is a skill. Knowing when to run and when to stay and when to take two or whatnot. Yeah, see, it's a skill. It's more than just. You got fast cats that can like power run the bases, but if they always get caught at 2.5 because they don't know the skill of when to stop, it's like playing blackjack.
Gotta know when to hold them.
Yep. It's like playing. But yeah, man. John Daly. Yeah, but like John Daly represents the old generation of golfers, like before. When Tiger came in, like, you know, then now you look at like who's like the top 20 and you know they're like, I don't know, all in their mid 20s to early 30s, and you know they're super fit and look like they go jogging like at night and shit like that. So like, you know, like that changed. Like motherfuckers weren't doing that before in golf. It was saying like, hey, we're golfing to get better at golf. You know, like that's what we were doing. Now it's just like, I'm lifting weights so I can hit the ball better, and I'm also training my hands and my eyes so I can control my trajectory, you know, stronger. And you're just like it's gotten way more technical and athletic than it was before.
There's way more things you can do to train and hone and craft different skills.
Right. And technology has a part of that too, you know.
It used to be a real like leisurely sport, like, you know what I'm saying? You had the OGs out there, you know, the Jack Nicklaus and Lee Trevino and them dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That look like math teachers. But yeah, now it's like you got them young dudes out there.
I swear, I hate this show. I'm such a stoner. I cannot seem to keep track of my lighter right now, y'all. Don't mind me.
And I ain't even smoking, so I didn't steal it this time.
Here.
What type of lighter is it?
There it is. Thank you, ID.
All right. King Bat says, what up, fam?
Hey, what's good,
What's
man?
up, King
What
Bat?
up, King Bat?
What's up with it?
Kyle said, you want to talk about freak athletics? Look at the NFL. Human
3 for
beings
3.
should not be
You
that
got
big
this.
and that fast. True. Except for have you seen like the heavyweights in MMA lately? Like literal like refrigerators made of air. Like it's crazy. Like, you know, you got big like the heavyweight fights aren't just two slow guys slugging and wrestling and.
Are we talking MMA?
Yeah, MMA, maybe kicking it once or twice, but they're in there like doing spinning back kicks or jumping or chasing each other around the cage, like the.
I think that's, you have to be in the most supreme shape, I think, to do that more than anything else. To be prepared to fight, to be prepared to fight 3 5-minute rounds, possibly 5 5-minute rounds at a professional level, at the highest level. Like, just the condition your body has to be in to be prepared to go for that. Like, that's just ridiculous. And like the crazy training that these guys do. Fuck, like, just fight training, just the crazy cardio training these guys do. Just the endurance training, just to have the endurance to be able to, like, survive for, like, 15, 20, 25 minutes. You know what I mean? Let alone try to win a fight. Just to be able to go in there and not get killed in that length of time. Like, to have their body in shape, you know what I mean, to do that.
Right.
Was fucking incredible, you know what I mean?
We got some shit in the chat here.
Got a little Rip in the building.
What's Little Rip?
Yeah, Little Rip's in here. What's up, Little Rip? Finally in this bitch. He said, during the off season for baseball, strength and conditioning, weightlifting, and sprinting is a great tool to get ready for big plays. Staying in shape is essential because there's mainly no camera. Because mainly no cameras. How outfielders are tracking and shifting their feet to catch a fly back and read it off the bat. Staying in shape allows you to play hard and not get tired. And then Kyle said, but we were talking about the big dudes. He said Brock fucking Lesnar, case in point, in his prime. Yeah, no one should be that big.
That was a large man. God damn.
And for him to be as big as he is and athletic as he is at the same time, like his combination of size, strength, fucking athleticism, speed, agility, it's just not fair. It's not fucking fair. He's a living, walking beast,
like for example,
and he can move around like I can, and it's just not fair.
Brock Lesnar,
it's not right.
You want to know something that's fucked up? Brock Lesnar could probably catch a fly ball.
Right.
That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big motherfucker.
You can't, like, you ain't gonna beat him up, but you can't outrun him either. So you're really fucked.
Lose.
Yeah, he had a combine record at a point. Yeah, he did. Like he was too fucking.
You
fast.
can't beat him in a fight, and you ain't gonna beat him in a race.
Yeah,
so
you
you're
can't
dead.
Run.
You're done.
You can't run from him.
You're done.
He'll sprint right through you. Literally sprint through you.
Same with Braun Strowman. He's fast enough to catch you down. Braun Strowman's fast enough to run you down.
Yeah, man.
Same with Lesnar.
Yeah, no, but like he was in the combine. You know, you can't forget that.
The Vikings, right?
Him and Roman Reigns were in there together at the same time. They're on the same team, same time.
Dope.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that they played together on the Vikings.
They're in the team.
I didn't know that.
They're in the team photo.
Okay.
Right, they're both in the team photo together.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just for real.
Did Brock he didn't play football in college. He wrestled in college.
He wrestled in college. Yeah.
He
was a champion.
No. And he still has like records for the University of Minnesota, I believe.
Yeah, he probably does.
Yeah. Yep.
Strowman was the world's strongest man at one point. I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
Who?
I didn't know he was the world's strongest man. I
he
know
was
that he
in
did strongman competitions.
I
know that was his thing.
He was in it. He wasn't the I said was in. Oh, my bad.
Okay,
I knew that.
Being there.
No, I knew that.
Okay.
I knew that.
I didn't know he was in it. I mean, I guess I could fucking guess.
He's not Mark Henry, but yeah, he was in that shit.
Mark Henry actually was
the
strongest man at one point. Like he actually held that title.
Yeah, he fucking went through the strongman competition and earned that shit.
Yeah. That's just crazy, and that's back like there's a.
That's why.
That was before like things got so like technologically enhanced and bio like
Nigga, that's why WWE didn't go out that way to try to bill him as anything else. There's like you're the world's strongest man. That's all we need. like we don't need to. We don't need to attach.
You're the world's strongest man. And my title, world's strongest man, and
my persona, my identity, my character, world's strongest man.
It's like this is fucking wrestling. That's all you fucking need.
Yeah, they just let him be who the fuck he was.
Right. Dudes like that will have cardiac problems eventually. That's very true.
I mean, Brock Lesnar had some like crazy surgery, didn't he? Like,
he had diverticulitis, which is fucking like. And I suppose that can happen to like basically anybody. So that's not like that happened to him because he was an athlete that worked out too much or blah blah blah. Like diverticulitis, that can.
I think it's from roiding though.
That's what I always thought.
But you can get that. I can get that. He can get that. You can get that too. Like you know what I'm saying?
If we did roids.
No.
I mean,
diverticulitis is one of those things that can just happen, bro. Like,
I'm no expert, but
well, don't do steroids and lower the chances.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story. Just lower the chances here. But he's right. It's a condition that anyone can come across. But who's that?
We got a visitor up in here.
What happened? Got a fly, big chillin'.
Oh, big chillin'. Who's the fly on the wall?
Big flying.
All right, man. Oh, he said, yeah, he said anyone can get that. It's like holes in the intestines.
Holes in the intestines.
Right.
Yeah. So that means you're not digesting properly. Like.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You know, I always just figure there's a reason for that, though. You know, like, but I don't know. I'm no doctor, so maybe it was just bad luck.
Right. So diverticulitis, particularly, is like when you have trouble eliminating the waste. So it's like that's what leads to surgeries is basically clogging that happens.
Yeah, because
blockage.
Otherwise, you know, you can get sepsis and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yup. This is you tuned into the medical portion of Big Chillin' with Diff Dope.
King Bat said he has it.
Oh shit!
So
hey, shed some light on it for us, bro.
Is it hereditary?
Dang, we getting medical advice up here now. That's what's up.
We're gonna have the
fucking Diff Dope medical.
Damn, we got everything.
We're gonna bring
we branding everything out here.
We're gonna bring in a specialist every week to
different dope what was it, psychology?
The
different dope therapy.
The Diff Dope doctor hour.
You want Diff Dope therapy?
You don't want
that. You gotta be real fucked up for that.
And then like if you get diverticulitis, is it something that you just are stuck living with, or is it something that you can eventually, like, if you do the right things, does it like go away or subside, or like is like, you know what I mean? I'm wondering, like, do you have to live with that shit, or does it, you know what I mean?
Good question. But yeah, no, that's fucking crazy, because you know, there's so many different, like, I guess that would be gastrointestinal.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
So it has to do with how you eat. Yeah. So there's tons of intestinal, like, issues that can pop up. It's not hereditary. Got it from popping too many pills when I was younger, and it ate my stomach lining.
That's what I thought.
What did he get from popping too many pills?
The diverticulitis. Yeah.
What is it?
Because when you take a lot of pharmaceuticals, like
condition that we were talking about right now.
Like when you take a lot of pharmaceuticals, like it's hard for your body to digest food. Like
yeah.
So that's what I thought. Thanks for shedding some light on that, King Bat.
Good looking out, man.
Which means I'm gonna have to check up on that too. But yeah, definitely. And then Kyle says his dad had it, subsides, but it takes forever, he thinks.
Well, good looking out on answering that, Kyle.
It doesn't go away. You learn what to eat to not have it flare up.
So it's one of those things, like, if you can get it, it's like somewhat tameable. If you do, like, follow doctor's orders, do what they tell you to do, it's somewhat tameable. Like
Crohn's disease? Is it like similar to like a Crohn's disease? You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's so many different gastrointestinal conditions. You know what I'm saying?
Right. True that.
So it's like Crohn's disease and shit like that. So yeah.
Hey, well, I know this, man. No matter, like, do what you can do to control your health. There are things that you can do to try to at least put yourself in a position to be healthy. So y'all do those things, man. At least try to take the precautions to keep yourself healthy. Yes, there are things that, health-wise, there are things that can happen out of nowhere that are beyond our control. And sometimes the motherfuckers who live the healthiest lifestyle get hit with some health shit that just happens. But still, at least try to decrease the odds.
Eat your fucking
You know what I'm saying? Do what you can. Eat your veggies. Take your vitamins.
Drink your water.
Get your workout on. Drink your water.
That's a
man,
big one.
like,
and get some good sleep,
bro. Like I was
sleep.
That's the rest.
Good diet and water are the best things you can do.
Throw some
for
exercise
your life.
in that bitch.
Bro,
And
I was thinking about this the other day, and I've never just tried to actually count it, but I was thinking about this the other day, like how many glasses of water I go through in a day.
A lot.
And I think I honestly can estimate that I probably drink somewhere in the area of 15 glasses of water every day.
It's good.
That's why.
That's really good.
That's why you're clear.
Yeah, I stay with multiple bottles all day. Like,
yeah,
I need to do better with eating vegetables, but I drink the shit out of some water. I drink the shit out of some water.
Yep, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated.
Got to.
The veggies.
It's good for literally every part of your body. Just drink as much water as you can.
Drink water. Get some sleep. I'm not the one to actually give you that advice, but but everything fucking else I do.
Just because he don't do it don't mean that he don't know he should.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's real though. That's real though. No, that's real talk. Because sometimes you know you should do something and you don't do it anyway. Sometimes you know you shouldn't do something and you still do it.
I got a label to run, damn it.
Yeah. This man say, we stay hydrated in this bitch. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Diff Dope hydration, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, real talk. I probably drink like close to 15 glasses of water a day.
That's good. Hell yeah, man. Drink that motherfucking water.
I need to. And I like eating veggies. I just need to do it more.
Make a t-shirt.
I just need to do it more.
Kyle, you son of a bitch. We're just gonna start a company. It's just gonna be, I don't know, we're gonna call it something dumb, but like it's just for all the shirts. So
all the shirt ideas.
So we got the dino. We got shit in the dinosaur t-shirt. All right, we got the shit in the dinosaur t-shirt. Now we got stay hydrated in this bitch. I'm gonna get that.
I like it.
We're just gonna.
I'll rock both of those.
We're just gonna run shirts off. Every dumbass thing is said. That's the t-shirt.
Go if y'all are listening. If y'all are listening right now, go ahead and chime in with your health tips, man. If you got some health tips that could help us or help anybody else that's listening, chime in with your health tips, man. Anything that you do.
Wow, we're really doing this, huh?
We on the topic. We on the topic. We want to include our viewers. You know what I'm saying? We on the topic and we want to get our viewers involved. So I'm just saying, since we on the topic, if y'all got something to chime in, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
I just keep smoking weed and it keeps working.
Yeah.
Weed is a vegetable.
For real. Like,
Hey, weed is a vegetable. That's how I look at that. Marijuana is a vegetable. Fuck what anybody try to tell me. I'm just saying.
I mean, I eat it. I got tons of medicated oil.
Hey, you know what? The only difference is I don't boil mine. I put it right to the fire. That's the only motherfucking difference.
I like that.
But it's a fucking it's a vegetable in my book. And you can use it as an ingredient in food. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying.
Everyone thinks Pierce on outer space right now.
Who?
They're just back here high eating snacks.
Yeah.
I
love it.
Just for the sports section, because I don't know shit about sports. I don't want to say some shit I don't want to say.
All right, see, he was.
It's just strategic, man. I am on the moon right now, but by choice. You feel me? By choice. It's strategic, bro. It's deep, bro.
Hey, so I want to get.
I'm about to come in off the bench, though. What?
So hey, I want to get to YD for a second, though, man, because I know there's something on your mind that's been bugging you, because you kind of talked to us a little bit about it earlier today, man, and you started to mention the Raiders earlier, and you kind of had talked to me and Mac a little, and you kind of had talked to me and Mac a little bit earlier today, bro. So like, go ahead and what's how you feeling about football right now, bro? Go ahead and talk.
I just want to say that
before it started, were you one of the people?
That's how my shit works now. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: before they started the NFL season, were you one of those people that were like, I don't think they should start it. I don't think they should start it. Fuck, they shouldn't do football. Were you one of those people?
I said that the whole time. First of all, you shouldn't play. You shouldn't have football. Yes, other teams sports are going on, but football has like the most people on the field in close proximity at a time.
And it's the highest contact.
Soccer has the same amount of people, but they're spread out.
Wins.
They're spread,
Team soccer.
Fucking King Bats hate on the Raiders.
But football, you're
Always.
constantly making contact.
You
though.
constantly make contact. Just to huddle.
can't stop
But
it.
you're in the huddle. You're fucking just to line up. You know, you're cheek to cheek, feet to feet. That's what I used to tell my linemen. Like, cheek to cheek, feet to feet. You know what I mean? That's how you
And
gotta
the
get
thing
that
is,
line.
like even off of the playing field, you got like a 60-man roster and shit. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And you got a whole practice squad on the side too. You
And-
got hella people.
And all the coaches to all those positions, like every position coach and assistant
Yeah,
position
football is
coach.
like the only coach. The football's the only sport where you have like 10 different coaches on the team.
Coach.
There's a coach for everything.
Baseball's got a
get
lot
a
of
coach,
coaches.
you
There's
get
a
a
hitting.
coach.
There's a baseball has a few coaches.
The make
get a
sure
coach.
the make sure you don't fuck up the locker room coach. Like the football got coaches for everything.
Everyone got their own personal coach and shit.
Right.
I was cleaning up fucking after a game, and I was like, "Hey, you need to get out of here." And I was just like, "Why are you yelling at me? Who are you?" He's like, "I'm the laundry coach." I was like, "Oh shit."
The laundry coach. The laundry coach.
Oh shit.
Damn.
But like no, the Raiders. Hey, so I said no football, right? I said no football should happen because like of all the sports.
So
like,
you were one of the people that didn't want to see a football season this year.
okay? Hockey, five people on the ice per team. So that's 10 people on the ice. Basketball, 10 people on the court. Baseball, niggas hella far and few between
Right.
each other. All right?
Football, you got 22 players plus
Right here.
And they
Plus-
face
Right
each other's
here.
faces.
plus
Right
plus-
here.
plus two,
Just
three.
right here. They're
Plus
all
how
right
many
here.
refs? 3, 2 or 3? 3 refs, right?
You got 2 line judges and a ref.
Right. So 3 officials. So that's 25 people on the field at
right
all
here,
times.
but they're all right here.
Right.
All
You know what I mean?
yelling and screaming.
It's like
and shit.
like soccer. You know,
And the
your positions
contact,
are
the
separate.
constant
Soccer,
contact.
Yeah,
All in each
soccer
other's
you're
faces.
separated.
Right.
You're
Big old
kicking the
piles of
ball.
dudes.
You know, it's different.
Balls.
Soccer can keep going like that. It's different. It's a little bit more different. But you're right there. You're all on top of each other. You're hitting the mouth, spitting the mouth, like you know.
Oh, and not to mention how much every single fucking player is sweating, and the official, like that's 25 people on the field all sweating.
Right.
So like, yeah.
So I was like, no, football shouldn't happen.
And you can't wear masks on the field, says Kyle.
Well, they all wear helmets, except the referees don't have anything covering their
You know,
face.
They got the face
But-
guard. You know, it's not like it's blocking anything.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure like some of those motherfuckers would pass the fuck out if they had a mask on under their helmet and tried to do this shit. Like they would pass out.
Come on, you're gonna try to play NFL football with a mask on? Get the fuck out of here.
Pass out.
Get out of here.
Your lineman would die.
Yeah.
Like literally.
No, everybody would. Everybody would.
Yeah. So
Not
your
just the lineman.
your
Everybody
Your
would.
lineman would die.
Everybody would.
So like then, check this. Then they say, hey, we're gonna have people come in, and I'm like, okay, 25% of 60,000, 70,000 people, redonkulous. Like that just doesn't make any sense.
That's a lot of people.
Right.
And they did limit the crowds. Like we got to acknowledge that. Like, yeah, they're having and not all teams are having fans there. Not all teams are having fans there.
Cardboard cutouts.
Right. Some sports, some teams are doing the cardboard cutouts. But as far as football specifically, the NFL specifically,
Raiders doesn't have nobody coming in. That's probably
Raiders don't have anyone coming in, and it's Vegas. That's just the common sense fucking thing to do in Vegas.
And the stadium's probably not done.
No, the stadium's fine, but the stadium is fine, but just being that it's fucking Las goddamn Vegas, it's just smart to not have nobody in the stadium.
Jackie said I was going back fuck them. Oh yeah, that was the Raiders. Can't remember Kyle.
Who said fuck the Raiders?
10, 13,
oh, Kyle?
20,
Oh, I know Kyle said that.
King Bat.
I know King Bat said that too. Fuck the Chargers, King Bat.
You don't fuck with them either.
Tom Brady's 105-year-old ass would have a heart
Fuck whoever
attack.
you fuck with.
And then Jackie said, I'm pretty sure they're working on a helmet that covers the whole face and visor and mouth guard area. He said Carr posted a picture of it on IG. Yeah, well that's weird because so everyone's gonna look like that they play lacrosse. Like
bunch of Darth Vader looking motherfuckers.
Everyone's gonna look like they play lacrosse. All right. But then here's what. So teams have been getting COVID. They've been moving all the schedules around. All right, these things are going on. You know.
Yeah, fuck them Chargers.
Yeah, fuck those Chargers. Man.
I hate the Chargers probably more than any team.
Yeah,
so.
pretty much. Maybe the Patriots. But...
Maybe the Patriots.
No, the team I would hate the most would be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs, then the Broncos.
I mean, we should. I mean,
Chiefs, then the Broncos.
Chiefs and Raiders beef goes historic.
Goes deep.
Yeah.
Chiefs, then the Broncos, then the Chargers.
For me, it's always been the Chargers because fucking LT used to tear us up every game. Every game he played us, it'd be a new record.
Slicing dice.
He'd be breaking records playing us.
You know what? He
Antonio
earned...
Gates fucking
but you know what?
All the time.
So both of those guys that you guys just named, both of them earned a lot of their Hall of Fame credibility against the Silver and Black. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
They padded their stats every time they play us. Like
actually I saw LT. I was there for one of those games where LT played us, and I never will forget that because we went into the fourth quarter. We went into the fourth quarter ahead, 15-3. The Raiders were ahead 15-3 going in the fourth quarter, and then the game ended up 28-15.
Oh my God!
Because LT lost his mind in that fourth quarter, bro. Like
ran like 200 yards in the fourth quarter.
LT had a fourth quarter. LT had a fourth quarter that looked like he was trying to make the Hall of Fame in one quarter.
That's what he did when he played us, though. A lot of times he wouldn't even play.
He played that fourth quarter like he was trying to make the Hall of Fame in that one fucking quarter.
No, a lot of times he wouldn't even have to play in the fourth quarter.
Right,
He'd have he'd have 250 yards.
We were ahead 15-3, and he lost his fucking shit.
And he was like, "Oh,
he
shit,
lost
really?
his shit in that fourth quarter."
I mean, I
we couldn't do a damn thing about it.
My boy, Jimmy, and Milas went to a Raider game against fucking the Lions. We were beating them. I think it was like it had to be like 28-10 going into the fourth quarter, and fucking Megatron scorched us. Scorched us so fucking bad. Like I've never seen and we were sitting like behind the end zone, so we saw all those catches in our face.
Hey, but you know what, guys? At least it was legitimate Hall of Famers that torched us. Like
Calvin Johnson murdered us, and
you can't be getting smoked by Calvin Buttersworth.
Calvin's butter. I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
I know I can't be smoked.
I
know I can get smoked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Just like
what I mean.
I don't know shit about football, but I know there ain't no.
That right there, I was like, I gotta find something to jump in on this convo.
Exactly.
He's like, hold on, there ain't nobody.
Yeah, you fucking hold on. Y'all ain't heard of Calvin Buttersworth, man?
Exactly.
I heard of him now. Eric the Buttersworth fortune. What?
All right, we gotta make it count. We gotta make a Calvin Buttersworth shirt.
Who said that?
I'm saying it.
Oh, you. I thought you were reading
it.
Calvin Buttersworth. We put a little football jersey over a syrup bottle.
Buttersworth, number 22.
God, I was not trying to make that a thing, you guys. Niggas always want to try to turn something into nothing into something.
Calvin Buttersworth jersey. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do
it. Like, who's Buttersworth?
Guys, that was just...
What jersey is that?
Guys, that was just supposed to be a simple joke that we moved on from. Like, y'all niggas is trying to take this somewhere.
We had to stop on that name, man.
I did not mean for this to be anything, you guys.
We need stat cards, Kyle. We need to make little stat cards to Calvin Buttersworth.
Oh, fucking playing cards. Fucking get YD and a little fucking Calvin Buttersworth out for my next album.
My next album.
They're like, who's this guy?
Why are y'all trying to bring life to a nigga that I threw out there as a joke? It was a meaningless joke.
He's real.
Y'all are trying to bring meaning to a meaningless joke. Like, you're trying to give it meaning.
The Calvin Buttersworth rookie card.
You got the right idea.
Oh shit! You got the right idea. I got that mint condition Calvin Buttersworth, man.
Damn.
fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I get the foil. The foil work.
Oh, the gold edition. Fucking.
Oh man. But like, so they've been fucking around all the sports schedules, all the Raiders schedules and shit. I mean, all the team schedules that get COVID. They're like, oh man, like, oh, Cam's got COVID. All right, we're gonna push back their whole schedule. And they're like, oh, fucking, you know, I forgot who else had COVID, and they changed their whole game.
So the Panthers, or not the Panthers, excuse me, the Patriots played that game a week later, right?
Right.
A week later, okay.
Right. So they've been moving games around. Like, you know, there's football on Tuesday, there's football on Saturday, there's like
right. I was watching the Monday game, Tuesday game, whatever they switched it to. Right. I was watching that shit.
Right. So that's what. So they're moving these games around to accommodate for people that catch COVID.
Right.
So it's not an unfair advantage in their schedule. The Raiders have an entire offensive starting line out on the COVID list as they take on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And what they did for us, they moved our game up a couple hours. They didn't postpone the game. That's not significugn. You're like a quarterback, and you're gonna move it.
But I want to get that. But real quick,
line. You want one protection of a star quarterback. It shouldn't happen. The league should already be on that.
But before you go into all that, real quick, just for the people that don't know, let's get the facts out there. What are the numbers as far as how many Raiders tested positive? Let's let them know that. How many Raiders tested positive?
All right, so right now, so they have one Raider that tested positive for sure.
One, okay.
But it's the lineman bubble.
Right.
So the linemen,
because they're all together.
They're all together.
All together, all the time.
So that means the entire starting lineman bubble must be quarantined, so they can't play the game.
Which is what should fucking happen.
So how are you gonna have the team play with an entire backup O-line?
Right.
An entire backup O-line.
So that's five guys. That's five guys that you're making unavailable for the game. Well, not making unavailable.
That
but
are unavailable.
They're unavailable, but
unavailable.
Like you're not making the same concessions that you made for other teams in the same situation.
In a lesser situation, this is pretty major. Like a quarterback that's already gotten fucked up twice in the past 5 years, right?
Right.
You know, a quarterback that's already been fucked up twice, you're not protecting. The people that protect him are gone. The fuck?
Right. And they moved the game up, not back.
Not they're because they wanted to make sure that it was conducive to the safety of probably Brady.
But guess what, guys? You know what? We're not the only ones that noticed that. Guess who else noticed that and actually posted about it? Who? Charles fucking Woodson. Posted that exact same thing that you just said. Oh, instead of moving it back like they did for the other teams, they moved it up. I'm confused. Charles Woodson posted that on social media.
Right.
Weird. The Raiders always seem to get the short end of the stick, man.
An entire really offensive line. So, like, a major asset, one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, major asset, has no protection, and you're telling them, oh, you'll be all right.
Kyle has a great question there.
You got to ask this now. Do you put an asterisk on whoever wins championships this year, Super Bowl or otherwise in other sports?
No, and I hate that people would even suggest that. It pisses me off. The whole asterisk thing. When you do that and when you say that, it disrespects what these teams and these players and coaches and their families have to go through for these fucking teams and players and coaches to accomplish what they do this year. Understand how difficult everything has been this year for everybody, number one.
And people
just on a human level.
Separated from their families.
Just on a human level, first of all, fuck being an athlete. Just as a person, as a human being, understand how difficult everything has been for everybody in 2020. Now, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little passionate about this because I've actually debated this a few times over the last few weeks. So I'm getting passionate about it right now.
I'm going to let you finish.
But I'm gonna say this.
Get my Kanye on. Go ahead.
You could disagree if you want to, and we could debate if you want to. But I'm gonna say this. But I'm gonna say this. You know what? Everybody that wants to say, oh, there's an asterisk because the organizations were in a bubble, so it wasn't as hard. Fuck your bubble argument, because do you think that these players and teams and coaches wanted to be in the bubble, or do you think they wanted the normal fucking format? So fuck your bubble argument and trying to say that it was easier. They didn't want that, they didn't choose that, and they would have preferred to do it like they do it every fucking year. So I'm not trying to hear nobody say, oh, it was easier because it was in a bubble. Furthermore, I'm not trying to hear the bubble argument because we heard fucking multiple coaches come out at the beginning of the bubble and talk about how difficult the adjustment was for their teams. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just a player bitching like, oh, I'm having a hard time here. We heard multiple coaches, not players, coaches coming out at the beginning of the goddamn bubble to talk about how their teams were having trouble adjusting. We saw different players and different teams go through mental breakdowns throughout the bubble. We saw it happen. So I'm not trying to hear shit about how it was easy. Fuck that. If anything, you should get an asterisk because it was tougher this year.
Take a breath, man. Relax.
The Mad Corner. We're gonna call it the Mad Corner.
Nah, bro, but you know
hold on
what?
a second.
Because niggas be trying to belittle niggas' accomplishments, bro. And 2020 has been the most. And 2020 has been the. Nah, you know what, man? Because real talk. Because people be trying to belittle people's accomplishments. And first of all, these are professional athletes that do what we do, whether we like them or not. They do what we do, or do what we only can hope to do, at a level that we can only dream of doing it at. So,
Agreed.
So that's number one. And number two, again, this year has been a difficult year for literally every fucking body. Mm-hmm. So for these people that have had to do these things on top of the average difficulty that everyone's having already, you know what I'm saying? Being away from your family during social unrest and all of that shit. Dude, you can't tell me. You just can't tell me.
We got you. Like, here's how I see it, though.
Try to throw shade. I'm listening.
No, I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just saying an asterisk isn't necessarily an insult. It just means there's more you need to know about this season. You know what I mean? Like, when the Spurs won their first championship, they won it during a lockout year. You know what I mean? That doesn't belittle their championship, but you might put an asterisk like, this was a lockout year. You know what I mean? This was a, like, what was it, 50-game season? Like, you know, it doesn't mean, it doesn't belittle it. It's just like, yo, there's more to the story here. This wasn't a regular year. It's not like, oh, you guys suck, it was easy. It's just, you know, this was something different.
Then your interpretation of asterisk is not the same as other people's interpretation of asterisk. Because some people place asterisk as a way of discrediting. But I hear what you're saying. But I hear what you're saying.
I mean? Like it doesn't belittle it. Just let folks know this was a different situation. You know?
I hear your perspective.
The asterisk
I feel that.
Is only.
I feel you.
I think the asterisk only discredits when it's placed next to an individual. That's when I think it's meant to discredit, not for like an organizational win in a season. I think that's more like him. It says this season was different than others. Don't compare it. You know, don't be like, oh, they won 100-something games. No, they didn't. They won a comparison of what the percentage of 100 games would have been. But the asterisk, I think, is used when it's used to discredit, is used next to an individual's name. I think that's where it's discrediting. Like, you can't discredit an entire organization and team for something that they did unless they cheated. Or something in which it's revoked, it's pulled down. So it's not asterisk. It's pulled down.
So I like your perspective. I'm with you on that
but
too.
When you put an asterisk next to an individual's name, they did something to earn that, and that's a mar.
So I agree with your perspective. I've gotten into debates with motherfuckers that want to discredit teams though and put asterisk next to teams.
I agree with Mac.
Because it's 2020 and because of the pandemic and the bubble and shit was easier and discredit team accomplishments. No, but I hear what you're saying. I've gotten into debates with people who argue differently. You know what I'm saying? About
like
the
it
shit.
doesn't count because
right.
No, nothing. Right. You can't. Nothing doesn't count. First of all,
they playing the games.
They're playing the game, and the chips are being paid to have these games broadcasted. Like all the chips, like the business of it's going on. None of those businessmen are putting an asterisk on it, so it's not an asterisk. But so if you put it on a year or a title, that's what's gonna happen. That right there. That's gonna happen. But if you put that shit on next to somebody's name, that means like this is the particular difference. So when you earn something, it's like you earned it. It should be nothing, just plain you earned it. But if you earn something with like a mark next to it, which needs explaining, that's not necessarily like an earning. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, like we're gonna put this here because it's still in question, and until it's proven otherwise, if it's proven to be foul, then they remove the record completely.
Right. I just feel like for the people particularly who try to argue that, teams who win a championship this year, it's lessened because it was easier for them because of everything that happened. Like, I just feel like you're not really looking at the big picture if you honestly feel that way. You can't say, to me, I look at it like this. You can't say that it was easier for the Rays or for the Dodgers to win the World Series, whoever ends up winning it. You can't say that they had it easier. You can't say that who won the Stanley Cup this year? Who's the hockey champion?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. You can't say that they had it easier. You can't say that the Lakers had it easier. And who else? What other sport am I missing? I'm missing a sport. All right. Anyways, but you can't say. You can't say that those teams had it easier when they all would have preferred not to be in this situation. They would have, if they had their choice, they wouldn't have chosen this. So you can't say, they had it easier. This was a better situation for them. No, motherfuckers, they didn't want this. They didn't ask for this. This is what they were dealt with because this is what the world had to deal with. Like, you can't, I'm sure the Lakers would have rather been able to travel back and forth between Staples and fucking Continental Airlines Arena. I'm sure that fucking, the other fucking sports, I'm sure it would have been the same. I'm sure the Dodgers and the Rays would rather be able to travel back and forth between their home and road stadiums. I'm sure they would prefer that. I'm sure they would prefer having their families at their home stadium cheering them on and having the option of flying their families to the road stadium to cheer them on. Right. I'm sure they would have preferred that. So don't try to tell me that they had it easier. It's an insult. Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about when you say that.
You hear him, LeBrie? Just kidding.
I wasn't singling nobody.
I know.
I'm talking in general.
I'm just talking shit.
No, I'm talking in general.
I know. I'm just talking shit. But
yeah,
man. I mean, it's a fucked up year for everybody, man. Like, ain't no asterisk on my job. You know what I mean? Still got to do it.
Right.
Ain't no teaching asterisk.
Right.
But
and
it just like in my eyes.
And if you fuck up at your job, you don't get no asterisk and get your job back.
Right.
Like, to me, the asterisk just means, like, see the bottom, and we'll explain what happened this year. You know what I mean? Like,
and I can tell you from personal experience working in the education field, them kids' parents ain't looking at us like it's easiest this year.
No, they had to do half the teaching this year.
They not looking at us like we got an easy year. They still got expectations.
Mm-hmm. Well, mostly because they're done doing the home teaching. They're tapped out.
We gotta know. Fuck all of this. Get these kids out of here.
So in the chat, let's see. I gotta go up. What was Guten's reaction? Oh man, he says we're still ready to play.
Can't show no fear.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of like the steroid argument. You can't say one guy had unfair advantage when everyone had a similar advantage. The asterisk isn't meant to discredit. Yeah, except for I feel like in the steroid joint, it gets put next to you until they decide to strip you. If the investigation goes that far,
Well,
so it's
if
more
it's
like a placeholder.
well,
if
to
anything,
me,
in that respect.
to me, if it's proven and documented that proven and documented that you did steroids, then that deserves an asterisk because it's officially confirmed that you gained an unfair advantage.
But they're not gonna asterisk the whole team. They're gonna be like, oh fuck,
Right.
for taking your shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Shit. NCAA will take all your wins away though.
Oh,
Now
all the wins. They just
all
wind
the
them
wins.
all
Like
back.
that season didn't count. Fuck
Now,
that shit.
here's
Give us back all those trophies.
Now I could give you a good instance where they should penalize an entire team. The Houston Astros. The Houston Astros.
Well, they had
that was a
whole
team. That
system.
was a team thing. That wasn't one or two or three rogue guys that did some shady shit. That was an organizational thing.
Yeah.
So that should be and they won a World Series off of it.
Yeah.
At least the system worked.
So
Hey, you know it works. That's true.
Here's the thing.
But
If
you
it-
can't get caught.
But had they not done that, either the Dodgers or the Yankees would have been world champions that year. One of those two teams. It wouldn't have been the Astros. It would have either been the Dodgers or the Yankees.
True.
Had it not been for what they did.
Yep.
It would have been one of those two teams.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? Maybe it would have been the Dodgers, maybe it would have been the Yankees, but it would not have been the fucking Houston Astros.
Like
Kyle said it just means more to the season than others. Like just exactly what MaQ was saying. Exactly. I'm not sure how long these are up there. I'm just not getting to them. Why didn't see Rock Forever in Pieces? Yeah. CDs are done. Waiting for them to get back, and which should be like any day now.
All I can say is wait. All I can say is wait till you hear that shit. That's all I can say.
I haven't heard it in its entirety. I want to hear that shit.
And I fucking uploaded it wrong, so I gotta re-upload it because I was my fucking not sleeping ass. And
I've only heard a couple tracks. I'm telling you, wait till you hear the shit.
Yeah. So after we conclude this stream right here, I will be uploading if I don't pass out on my keyboard.
This motherfucker does like 20 different things at once, so bear with him.
Yeah, I mean, like shit. You like the videos that are coming out? We got a little rip video coming out. You know, we got a Crease Reese and YD video coming out. You know, we still working on some piff. I hope you guys are still liking Under the Bay by MXD Persona. I hope you guys are still fucking with White Flags. You guys even started fucking with White Flags yet. You better start fucking with that shit, man.
Check out Nold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you see?
Shout out Earl Cineblunts,
Any
man.
of the singles that you see, man, we doing those too in house. So you know what I'm saying, like all the animations and shit. So, fucking, we rocking in this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, the onslaught continues, man.
Yeah. Fucking, we got Mr. Juice new album. He's got a fucking single dropping next
that's dropping
Tuesday.
tomorrow, right?
What's the name? What's the name of that one?
Hockey Mask and Body Shots.
Hockey Mask and Body Shots.
He's got a single dropping.
I think it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, shout out Mr. Juice, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say I'm on that project, man. Good looking out,
shout out
Mr.
Mr.
Juice. That's just gonna be dope, man.
White Flags video, White Flags video. Yep. Diamond Pit Media, man. You know we out
Salute
here.
King
you know what I'm saying?
What Rip say?
Jackie said, you know damn well if the Raiders make it all the way this year, they would try to discredit it for sure. Yeah, if they had to shorten the schedule, I'm sure that they would. You know, nobody likes us. You know that.
The Raiders have been the outlaws of football for years and years and years and years and years. That's a generational thing.
They're still paying for Al Davis's bullshit right now.
Oh yeah.
But
I
you
mean,
know what though, man? Like,
his son's still in charge, so they're gonna keep running that bill until.
But
you know, it's still an extension. Like you won't feel this still.
I am gonna say this though, as a diehard part of Raider Nation. we do have a certain subsection of motherfuckers that do be acting a goddamn fool and making us look bad.
Yup.
There is a certain sub portion of us that be like making it look bad for the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, every team got him.
Like,
hey,
every
Niners stadiums, cats be getting stabbed.
Right.
Like,
facts.
You know?
Facts.
Yep. And then Little Rip says 3HDs the treat to watch, talking amongst each other, easy to follow. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate
That Juice
it, man.
album solid as fuck. Yes, it is. Also, we got a new ASAW album that we're working on.
Hey.
I'm actually
Shout out ASAW, man.
I'm actually going up to Eugene tomorrow to shoot a video with him.
Shout out all the homies up in Oregon, man. And
yeah.
there's a lot of them. So shout out to all the homies
The
up in
whole
Oregon,
Overflow
man.
crew, man.
Yeah, man.
Everybody
Shout
up
out
there.
everyone Overflow up in Eugene. So ASAW and I got a single, so we're gonna go up and we're gonna film that tomorrow. In Oregon. We're just all over the fucking place, man. So we're just trying to keep it moving, trying to keep it pushing, grinding as a label. So thank you for fucking with us for this long and all that shit. We in this motherfucker to get the fuck out of Cali crew. Hey, man, fuck it. Oh yeah, and we got a single from Waze, our Tucson artist. They're gonna be dropping a single next week as well. So we'll probably be back to back with releases next week. To be fucking honest.
Man.
That's what's up.
So,
Oh shit.
Can't wait.
New single dropping next week, Villains.
What the fuck I tell you?
Villains.
I
Featuring
forgot about that
Sasquatch
shit.
Josh and Madman of RDV.
Hey, let me know if you fucking with the villains cover.
That shit's
like,
hard.
That's one of my most creative colors. That one of my
That shit's hard. Produced by Bass Life.
Bass Life,
Sean
Sean Black in the
What's good with it?
Shout out
man.
Bass Life.
Yeah, man.
That man makes slappers.
Yeah,
Super slaps.
Yes, sir.
Does not play with the beats.
But yeah, man, keep fucking with us. Shout out everybody that's watching from the website. Also, shout out everybody that is watching from YouTube. Please subscribe to the page. Have your friends subscribe to the page. Take your friend's phone. Subscribe to the page.
Subscribe real quick.
Hey, I be doing that.
Take your other phone.
I really do that shit.
Dick pic subscribe. Dick pic subscribe. It should just be
I
like
don't know about
a thing
dick
that
Nah, don't do
Diff
that.
Dope. Yeah. I know dick.
Don't do that.
That's something not to do.
I mean,
Unless you don't like them.
yeah. Dick pic subscribe.
2020 Vision EP coming soon.
2020
Hey.
dick pic subscribe.
Oh, man.
No, but never gonna stop. The video's coming
Yes, sir.
soon.
Coming soon.
We're working on that. Dick pic subscribe is the next t-shirt.
It is. That's tight. I like the way you think.
Oh,
I like the way you think, young man. I like the way you
we
think.
building inventory over here.
It's nice.
Damn.
I told y'all, man. I told y'all.
Subscribe.
Shout out, man. Shout the fuck out.
Rinse, repeat.
Well, hey, check it out. We do have a special interview this week, like we always do. This interview is very special because you know him week in, week out. Just dropped White Flags. If you haven't seen the All I Know lyric video, check that shit out. The Macro Project about to go bad. Villains coming out soon and shit. It's just like consistent, steady work coming out from the camp. But just if you knew the consistent, steady work that's put in behind the scenes, then you would really be able to appreciate it a lot more. And nobody is more detail oriented with those behind the scenes items that we're always enhancing or building upon, ideas, growing, strategies of attack and everything like that. And just how fluidly he can put an album together, man. We got MaQ SteeZ tonight, man. So like we're gonna be out here, check it out, everything that he's about, that's what's gonna be going down in a second. The madman gets back from the pisser. Is that too much information?
Like TMI. Just say he's rolling a blunt. What you might be.
No,
He might be rolling the blunt in the pisser.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he did.
That's exactly what he did.
Exactly what's going on right now.
Nigga had to go drain the lizard real
I
quick.
told you.
It's all good.
Who said taking a piss? Who said taking a piss roll the
That's the
blunt?
next t-shirt.
All right, man.
Empty in the lizard.
I'm gonna move the fuck out of here. Also, sanitation break. Man, fucking sanitize your motherfucking hands.
This man got the fancy sanitizer.
Yeah,
too,
man, it's that fucking citrus shit. It's called Moxin.
Hey.
Oh, what?
That's what it said. Moxin. You gonna see it?
And I just wanted you to say it again.
That's funny.
There you go.
Sound like a commercial right there. A little reverb on your voice. Like,
All right, man. I'm gonna switch chairs in this motherfucker. Lysol, you
What are you
motherfucking
switching
nasty
chairs for? What's happening? What is going on? What are we doing?
fuck. MaQ SteeZ interviews.
Who is that?
He's this guy that slipped in the back, but I told him they would give him some time.
that's a dark motherfucker in the back.
Man.
What's good, people?
This is episode 14, y'all.
14 in this
Of
motherfucker.
Big Chillin' with Diff Dope.
14 weeks you've been fucking putting up with our asses, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate y'all.
And
man.
if y'all have tuned in to basically pretty much any other episode 1 through 13, then you know who this is right here. So, this is my big brother, one of the fucking linchpins of Diff Dope music.
Sir.
One of the first head of the three-headed dragon, if you will.
The old
MaQ
head.
SteeZ.
What up,
MaQ
man?
SteeZ, my big brother. What's good with you, big bro? How you feeling this evening?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. It's the end of the week. Fuck it. Well, shit. I gotta work again tomorrow, but fuck it. It's close enough. You know what I mean?
Now, so we won't get too deeply into this, but I usually ask you, how was work? And I normally get a same typical response. That's usually the typical what he just did right now. That's usually the response I get when I ask him, how was work
Man.
today, bro? I usually get the don't ask head shake. So
Man, just trying not to kill people in traffic, man. That's all I'm doing.
I understand.
And then some days I'm better than others. You know what I mean?
And we won't go into too much detail if you don't want to. But let's just say you're on the road a lot for your work, right? And
All the time.
being out there amongst bad asshole drivers and whatnot.
Man, I swear I almost get killed at least twice every day.
About if you had to guess, or if you had to guesstimate about how much of your time a week do you think you spend in your car?
That's an excellent question. Damn. I honestly couldn't tell you.
So average
A
it
lot.
out to a day. Average it out to a day.
A regular day, like I'm in my car at least, 5-6 hours.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's a shitload of driving around, bro.
I get a little time to at least jump out and go into clients' offices and stuff like that.
Right.
But,
Okay.
But, most of the day is spent driving between.
That's a
clients'
shitload of
offices.
driving around, bro.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
It's
And
it's a living.
so about how often would you think or say or guess that you encounter bad drivers throughout the day?
Every motherfucking day, and all day. Like it's not there's not a number I can put on that. All day. It's just people learn how to fucking drive, man. Like use your fucking turn signals. What's wrong with you? Like Jesus. If you're doing 60, stay the fuck out the fast lane. Like, come on, dog.
Man, I hate that shit.
There is
on.
etiquette.
I hate
There
that
is
shit.
road rules. There is etiquette. So I feel you.
That shit drives me crazy, man.
Mac is just asking y'all to follow etiquette. That's it. That's all.
Real
you know.
talk.
And about how long have you been a road warrior just in your everyday life? About how long?
Man, well, with this job, it's been 8 years.
Okay.
With the previous job, when I was broke, I was delivering like newspapers and shit out in the cut. So that was a lot of driving every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like before that, I was working at UPS. That was a lot of driving. So I drive, man. That's what I do.
Right.
I like being on the road, but I don't like the people on it so much.
I understand. So speaking of being a road warrior, I mean, there's your everyday life, and then obviously with this music thing, you've been the consummate example of what a road warrior is. Talk to us a little bit about just your path in this music thing. When did you get started? How long have you done this? How extensively have you traveled? Educate the people on MaQ SteeZ's journey in this music shit.
I've been on this music shit since I was like, I started with the rap thing when I was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to write just for the hell of it. I just write hella bars.
Right.
But actually started like recording and actually making music when I was maybe 14, 15.
Okay.
Like I started recording on my computer, you know what I'm saying, on that Windows sound recorder.
I
You know what I mean? So I'd play the beat in the back, and I'd just be rapping over it, and you know I'd have one wave, and that's my track, and I'm just like, yes.
And when we did that back in high school, we thought we was the shit, right?
You couldn't tell me I wasn't Rakim, man. Like you, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Rakim back then, dog. Like,
we would do that shit. We would do that shit in our bedrooms before we went to bed, and couldn't wait to fucking go to school the next day and play it for the homies.
And like, you know, I started doing that, started letting people hear it a little bit. People were like, man, this shit's kind of dope. You're real creative. Like, I look back on that shit and I was like, I was terrible. But yeah, I was kind of creative, like the different things I come up with. So I just kept at it. You know what I'm saying? One of the best encouragement I ever got was from my track coach. Shout out to Coach Bell over at the high school, because he heard my little CD I released when I was 17 back in high school.
Okay.
And like, he's a real motherfucker. Like if it was whack, he would have told me like, yo, get a job, like put this shit down. But he was like, man, like I didn't expect to hear that. Like, you got some real skill. You could have a real future with this. I was like, word.
Okay, that's love.
So I was like, damn,
That shit,
because that like, he's a dude who, if it was bad, he would have said, yo, like that shit's trash.
Right.
So
he was one of the folks that kept it solid with you.
Yeah, that was real encouragement for me. So
okay,
I kept it moving from there.
That's what's up. Well, it's always dope to get encouraged by, people close to you that want to see you do well. Like, as far as, like, this music shit, who inspired you, like, artist-wise? Who inspired you to try to start rapping, or, like, even just, like, share a little bit with the people about who you listen to, who were you a fan of coming up, who are you a fan of now? Like, are there any artists that inspired or motivated you? Like, talk to the people about that.
I mean, like when I was a little kid, like what really got me into hip hop was actually Rakim. It was Don't Sweat the Technique. I remember hearing that song on a commercial. You know, back then when they used to sell those compilation CDs. You know what I'm saying? And they'd have the fucking back then it might have been cassette tapes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they had this commercial. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like Don't Sweat the Technique. Doom 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 doom. I was like, ugh, that bass line is cold. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my first little foray into hip hop, and then started loved all the MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hating on Vanilla Ice. He was actually dope back in the day.
Hey,
I'm fucking with Vanilla Ice. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not one of them motherfuckers that tries to front like I didn't like Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, who the fuck was
I was
running man to that shit?
I was fucking 6 years old. And I was 6 years old, and I fucked with Ice Ice Baby at 6 years old.
Hey, he had the Ninja Turtle rap, bro.
At 36 years old, I understand that wasn't the tightest shit. But at 6 years old, I was Ice Baby. I was into that shit at 6.
Yeah, that bass line.
Yeah. He got sued for that bass line too. Who he stealing from?
And rightfully
David
so.
Bowie?
And rightfully so.
Yeah,
he literally just ripped the whole bass line from.
Under pressure.
There you go. Yep.
So I know for a fact, obviously, that a big part of not only your music journey, but a big part of growing up for you was this man behind me right here. A lot of people always want to know, a lot of people who have seen the three of us perform and have seen us as the three-headed dragon, a lot of people wonder and query and ask and ponder, how did they get started? So, for those of y'all that don't know, MaQ and YD knew each other before I knew either one of them. So, talk a little bit about how y'all got to know met and got to know each other.
Well, shoot, yeah, me and YD went to high school together. I was 2 years older than him, but like we crossed paths a bunch of times. Like he was in a bunch of classes with my little brother. We were in the Black Student Union together, so we're at all the meetings and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like didn't know each other super well, but we crossed paths here and there. Mm-hmm. Like I remember he was that little skateboarding dude, fucking getting sponsored and all of that, fucking.
Oh, you were getting sponsors back in high school?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No,
okay.
He was a real deal skateboarder.
Okay.
Like, and,
I didn't realize that it was happening that early for you. Okay.
But yeah, even after I left high school, I was in college. I ain't gonna go into too much detail. I got in some legal trouble and had to, you know, take a little break from college and come turn myself in. And I got into the furlough program, so I was able to, like, you know, I got to go to a county facility at night, but during the day I could work. So I was like, fuck, all right, I got to get a job now. So I started working at this spot called Cutco.
Cutco.
You know what I mean?
All right.
You know what I mean? Slinging them knives, you know what I mean? So if I, you know, you ever got a phone call, you know what I mean? So, hey, how you doing?
You gonna buy some sharp ass knives?
Buy these fucking knives.
You gonna cut your wife or husband tonight?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, and then it's like, oh shit, there's fucking Dave again. Like, what's up, man? And like,
so y'all reconnected through Cutco.
Through Cutco.
Okay, I didn't know that either. How did I not even realize that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was like there was 4 brothers working there. It was me.
I was gonna say there's only a few.
Yeah.
All right.
It was me, Dave, big homie Akil.
Oh yeah.
And was it Hooks? Shannon Hooks?
Shannon
Yeah,
Hooks.
yeah. So,
shout out my man Shannon out in DC. He's always checking up on us and shit. He's always liking what we do and shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's the homie, man. Keep in touch.
Yeah, that was Todd's good homie too.
I talked to Sellers the other day too.
Oh, Sellers, yeah, he's always hooking up on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Salute to Steve Sellers. But yeah, so you know we reconnected like that. You know we're the only brothers there, so we kind of had a little group.
Was Bellarmine really like y'all were like minority at Bellarmine?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, not a lot of black dudes at our high school. You know what I mean?
It was diverse, but just not this diverse.
It's not that diverse.
Right.
There was a number of us, and we all kind of hung out at the same spot over on the steps.
On the steps.
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
right next to the basketball court, right next to the quad, we can go get them good ass cookies.
Oh man!
Shout out to brother Ryan.
Rest in peace. He has his own building now though. So
there
it's
you
only right.
go. That's what's up.
So it sounds like y'all definitely made the most out of y'all high school time and have fun.
That's all you could do, man. Like,
so fast forward a little bit, like they know how y'all met. So for those of them that don't know, talk about how, from your perspective, how I got into the fold.
Well, once again, like, you know, I got done with that situation. I moved back to Long Beach. I did a bunch of Long Beach stuff. We don't got to go into details, but
Long Beach college life shit.
Long Beach State, East Side Long Beach, fucking rolling 20s, blah blah blah. We ain't got to get
nigga.
it all
I
that.
said college life shit. I was cleaning you up, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Well,
no, but
he didn't want to be cleaned up.
No, but he said
I'm just being honest.
No, but
you know?
he said Long Beach shit. It's all encompassing.
Yeah, it's all of it. It's the college. It's the extracurriculars. It's the getting beat down by the police. It's the all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, things kind of went bad there. So I moved back up here. You know what I'm saying? And I was like an inch from just saying fuck music. I just got to get a job. So I don't know what it was. Something gave me a spark that said, man, just finish. Like, I already had an album in the works. So I was like, man, just finish this damn album. That was a Grind Over Matter. You can check that on my Bandcamp if you want.
Grind Over Matter.
Do yourselves a favor and check that out, y'all. Do that.
It's not bad.
I slapped that shit for a while.
I mean, when I made it, I thought it was the greatest thing I ever did. But, you know, now I listen to it like,
It was at the time.
You know? But, like, that was my last album that I actually mixed myself. You know what I mean? I had my own little home studio. You know what I mean? In Long Beach, I had my own little crew. I was like the YDMC of my crew. I did I did all the recording, mixing, mastering, artwork, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But, you know, I moved back up. I finished that album. And I started throwing shows out in Morgan Hill just because there was nothing cracking in Morgan Hill. You know? El Toro Brew Pub, they're closed now.
Yep.
But, you know, it's just there's nothing going on in Morgan Hill. I wasn't very mobile, so I couldn't get to San Jose. So it's like, you know, I just kind of brought the party to myself. And, you know, the shows got cracking.
Bro, we got it cracking.
You know? Like, and I remember, like, after the first show I did, I learned about the Cypher. You know what I mean? Because one of the dudes I had on the show, he had a show the next week at the Cypher. So I was like, the San Jose Cypher. You know what I mean? For the people at home. I'm good. And, yeah, so I went and checked it out. And I picked up a flyer there. and it was for a song called what the hell's the name of that song? The Demon Within.
Oh shit.
By a dude named YDMC, featuring D. Labrie and the Jacker. And I was like, who's
Shout out Labrie, he's in the chat right
shit,
now.
what's up, Labrie?
What up, big brother?
And I was like, who's YDMC? So I went home and I looked it up, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Dave again. What the fuck? Like, we just kept crossing paths. You know what I mean? So like, you know, I held on to that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I went to the cipher again, and there he was, and I'm like, what the fuck? What's up, man? You know what I mean? And that's how we reconnected. And you know, it just so happened during that time my studio crapped out. Like my M-Box went to hell. So
you were recording at your house at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, my studio went to hell. I started recording with Ike Dola. Y'all don't know Ike Dola. He's Keek the Sneak's cousin.
Shout out Ike Dola.
You know,
Man, y'all gotta know who Ike Dola is.
I hope you know who Ike
Bay.
Dola is.
If you're in the Bay, come on, man.
You got
know
him.
who Ike Dola
He's
is.
done songs with everybody. Fucking Mac Dre, the Jack, all of them. You know. Shout out to Ike Dola. But yeah, he moved back to Oakland. You know, he was in not East Side. He was in downtown San Jose at the time. And yeah, he moved back to Oakland. So it's like once again I had nowhere to record. I was like, didn't YD say he got a studio? I was like, oh, okay, let me see what he's talking about. So I hit him up, you know, slid by, and it was like, you know, we the first track we recorded was what was it? Astronaut. Astronaut.
Did you go give me that astronaut?
Girl,
I remember that.
I'm an astronaut. So fly like an astronaut. Yeah, that shit smack. But yeah. So we did that, and it was like, okay, we got a good little chemistry here. Like, so I started coming back around. I started recording another project with him, and the next time I went there, this motherfucker was there, just hanging out. And I was like, hey, what's up, man? You know, at the time I didn't even know he rapped. Like, he just happened to be in the building. And
well, because you had seen me just chilling a few times before I even rapped, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
I thought that was what happened. All right.
Yeah,
You know?
you thought you were just chilling.
Right. Just chilling like a villain. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I recorded, like, the next thing I recorded, I think, was Oh Yeah. And I just remember you coming up like, yo, man, that shit is dope. Like, and from there, you know, just kept on recording. And I remember then I was doing a track called Campaign. And, like, homie I had on the third verse, like, he got busy and he couldn't do it. So I was like, fuck it. Like, I was like, Madman's always here anyway. Like, I was like, yo, Madman, you want to get on this third verse?
And before, and you have to tell me, because I don't even know if I remember this. Before I dropped a verse on Campaign for you, had you heard me rap before that?
I heard you on something YDMC did. It might have been on one of his old mixtapes.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this guy's got a little something there. Okay.
So I wasn't sure if you had actually heard me before that.
Yep.
Okay, got you. All right.
I think I saw you at like a couple live shows too that YD had, and like, you know, you were hype man in, and I was like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. All right.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, so I was like, yeah, man, you want to get on this third verse? I'm like, all right. Hopped on it and just fucking murdered it, and I was like, damn, okay.
Is that Campaign?
Yeah. That's the perfect third verse right there. Okay.
And very perfect time to mention that track because YD did some additional work on Campaign, and we're actually going to be re-releasing that track coming up pretty soon. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're going to be able to, you guys will get that track also next week. I literally forgot about it. But
yeah, man, that's the first track of the Dragon right there.
But yeah, so that track's actually being re-released
before we were the Dragon.
Yeah, before we were the Dragon. But it's getting re-released because you know, it's election time. Motherfuckers is campaigning hard.
Get on your campaign.
And guess what? So is Diff Dope. We campaigning hard as fuck too. So we got, you know, remastered the track and, you know, added little tidbits to it to make it all nice and shiny. It's gonna be re-released for y'all. So it's gonna be the campaign edition. The election edition of the campaign song, MaQ SteeZ featuring YDMC and Madman of RDB.
So speaking of campaigning, and without getting too partisan about it, just really briefly, talk to the people where you stand on voting.
Vote. just vote. No matter how you vote, vote. You know what I mean? I hope you vote smart. but vote. Like it counts, it matters. It's you know.
What would you say? What would you say to those? Because I've come across so many people that feel that their vote just doesn't matter, and that their vote just doesn't count for shit. What would you say to those people?
You don't have to. They're just top.
I mean, you can't look at the merits of voting on, you know, did I get what I want? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. I didn't get what I want.
And
you know
and I'm with you there, and
You know?
and we did not get what we wanted.
But when it's all said and done, you got to look at reality. Like, what's the best option here? Like, what's the best move? What's going to get us a step closer to where we want to be? You know
and
what I mean?
whatever that means to you, whatever that means to you.
You know?
I'm just gonna say this because I asked the question. I'm just gonna say what I always tell people. If basically just understand this: if you choose not to vote, that's your decision. That's your right. But by making that decision to not vote, what you are officially saying is, I am good with the status quo. I don't want or need anything to change. I'm okay with staying right where I'm at. That's basically what, by not voting, that's what you're voting for. By not voting, by exercising your right to not vote, you are saying that I'm voting to keep things the same.
And we're not just talking about presidential. We're talking about
anything,
Everything.
everything.
No, but there's city measures, there's state measures, there's things that actually
Propositions, all of it.
specifically
Affect you directly.
where you live in your city, on your block. Those are the things at least you should.
For
give
those
your
of you parents
opinion
out there,
because
for those of you parents out there
you
that
can't
choose not to
complain if you're
vote for
paying
these
more for
county
something if
things.
you didn't vote for it.
For those of you parents out there that choose not to vote for these city issues and these county issues, well, guess what? You can directly affect the improvement of your kids by voting on some of these issues.
Please vote.
I mean,
I don't give a fuck what you vote
This
for.
is
but
always-
just
this is,
exercise the right to vote.
Oh, good. This is the simple example I always give. Like, Cats is in here right now, blowing some trees. Like, this used to be a fucking felony. You know what I mean? Blowing trees used to be a felony. Like, we could all be, we're recording a crime back in the day. You know what I mean? But right now it's legal. We in California, it's legal.
a beautiful thing.
And how did that happen?
It's a beautiful thing.
Voting.
Voting made that
happen. It might
happen.
not happen the first
You know?
time. Don't be upset like, oh, I voted for it and it didn't happen. Bro, it's not an instant gratification thing. If they see enough votes trending each time it's on the ballot, then eventually things like these marijuana laws are like literally 30 years in the making. All right, they started this shit
At
in
least.
the 70s when
Yeah.
NORML first started, and they started pushing for the legalization. So it's happening in our lifetime. There's motherfuckers who lifetime they wanted it to happen, it didn't. But it's the continuing push of the voting that allowed it to become possible. So
It
like,
takes time to change public opinion, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you just got to keep letting
it's
your
not
voice
just
be
a
heard,
one-off
man.
and gun. You know, it's if you're lucky, but you know,
Yeah, I
some
mean,
of them are.
you know, the world ain't gonna change with one vote. You just got to keep on pressing on. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I asked you that. I think that's excellent, just excellent stuff for the people to really hear. Like, no matter how you feel, no matter where you stand, what you think, just use your right, man. Just use your right. That's how I feel. Just use your right.
There's tons of people that don't have the right. That have
Yeah.
either lost
Use
the
your
right,
right, man.
Yeah.
or
Exercise your voice,
legally
man.
don't have the right, even though they pay taxes into the society.
True.
You know,
Like Obama's first go round, I couldn't vote. You know what I mean? For reasons I already explained.
and there's,
You know,
and there's,
so-
and there's tons of our undocumented brothers and sisters that pay taxes, sometimes more taxes than we pay, for them to continue working, but do not have the opportunity to vote, and that's actually a lapse in the system itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Kyle says be educated about what you're voting for too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Do that.
Yeah. Don't
that.
go in there and
Well, yeah.
don't go in there and be like answer C for everything.
Yeah. No,
You ain't
know,
taking a multiple choice test.
Yeah.
Thing is, they send you your they send you your ballot with like a cheat sheet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They send you a ballot. They send you a voting guide. You got the motherfucking internet in your hand at all times. You all got phones. Look it up, man.
Look it up.
Know what you're voting for.
Literally.
And so
Exactly.
to my understanding, I understand that I think early voting ends tomorrow, if I'm correct.
I'm not
So
sure.
I'm planning on getting out tomorrow to do my early voting. I don't want to be one of the motherfuckers who's gonna be stuck at the polls on election day, trying to do that shit last minute.
Well, California, you can turn in your little ballot anytime. Just take it to a drop box.
There's drop boxes all over the place, all over your cities. There's drop boxes everywhere. You can't miss them. Like literally, some of them are kind of hidden. I'm sure that that's just strategic.
Right.
But
Even if you go to City Hall and drop it off, the line's not long.
Any state office has a box. You can go to DMV and vote. All right. Any state office has a box for you to vote at. So if you're going to get your EDD, drop off a vote. If you're going to get your general assistance, drop off a vote. You know, if you're going to court, drop off a vote if you have the right to, or it depends on why you're at court. But but for real, every state office has a box for voting.
Jackie says libraries have boxes too as well.
Libraries have boxes as well. Yeah, keep an eye on the chat up there. I can't see
Thank
shit.
you,
Got you. Yeah, man. Like every state needs to follow California's lead. But you gotta understand, some states, the legislators in place, they don't want people voting. So they shut down poll stations. They're getting rid of boxes. You saw the Trump administration trying to like fuck with the post office. Like, what? Like, anyway, we ain't gonna get too deep with it. But
well, I mean, you don't have to get too deep with it. That's pretty much just what it is.
Well, you have never. Well, I mean, I've never. I'm gonna say this because I know you pretty well at this point. I'm gonna say I've never really known you to be shy in terms of expressing how you feel about some shit. And I think people who listen to your music also would say the same thing. You express a lot of views and thoughts in your music. So that leads me to this question. Just tell the people what, like, do you have a message or do you have a point? What is it that when people listen to MaQ SteeZ's music, what is it that you want them to take away from that?
I wouldn't say I so much have like some big message I'm trying to send out. I'm just like, this is what I think about shit.
Right.
These are my observations and like, you know what I mean? Because
so you're sharing your thoughts.
Exactly. Like, I think you get to know my personality pretty well through my music. Like, sometimes I keep things intellectual, I'm kind of a nerd. I love reading about politics and all that kind of stuff, and I like reading up on world history.
Right.
And all that kind of shit, but I also like, blowing some trees and kicking back a few beers with the homies too. I like, like traveling and all of that, like,
What would you tell the people to expect from your upcoming project, the Macro project? Talk about that.
Man, just a more polished version of what you've always got from me, basically. Like, just little bit of everything, There's music just to nod your head to ride to. There's stuff to, make you think. There's stuff to make you feel, it's just a little bit of everything, I try to encompass life, in my stuff, you know what I mean? Like, because life isn't one-dimensional. There's all, there's everything.
Absolutely.
So that's the whole idea of the Macro project. Macro, everything, like.
I want to ask you, I understand a lot of your music is just how you feel about things. I want to ask specifically, how do you feel about hip-hop right now?
Hip-hop right now is, I don't know. It's at an interesting place because now it's in the positive, it's easier than ever to, like, do what you want to do and get your stuff out yourself. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a beautiful thing. Like, you don't really need labels. You know what I mean? You do your own thing. You got your own distribution. Like, you really don't, you don't need some gatekeeper telling you what you can and can't do.
Right.
But it's also kind of opened the door for a lot of, a lot of garbage. Let's keep it real. Like, it's opened the door for a lot of trash.
Hey, we big. You were big.
Basura!
Hey, y'all are big chilling with Diff Dope, and we don't keep it fake or half-assed. So if you tuned in, then expect us to keep it real. So go ahead.
No basura!
And a lot of that trash, like, all it takes is like a cosign, and all of a sudden, that's the new hot shit. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Like it feels like skills don't get the spotlight they deserve all the time.
So how do I want to ask this, and this is a very specific question, but I noticed that this is basically how things are now with mainstream hip hop, and I'm putting quotes around it because basically everything that you hear on Top 40 radio now that they say is hip hop, you don't hear without the sound of auto tune.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't hear. You don't hear people on Top 40 radio just rapping songs now. You always hear some sort of audio aid. Tell the people how you feel about that.
I blame radio DJs for that shit because there's still a lot of dope artists out there. There's still a lot of like, there's a lot of variety out there. So it's like, why are you playing just club music on the radio now? Like, why are you playing just this one-dimensional sound all the time? Like,
not even from the area in which you're playing it, though. Like, that's where I think I have the problem. Is the music, radio, they're not supporting the areas in which are making that music. You barely hear Bay artists, but there's tons of Bay artists, but you hear all these LA and New York artists or Texas artists and things like that. Then you go to their places and you hear more of our shit, and you're just like, that's totally backwards.
Well, you know what? That you just since you said that, you just created a new question for him. Show some love to some Sanho artists that you like.
Oh, Sanho got fucking talent, man.
Like, let's put some spotlight on
mean,
Sanho right now.
Y'all need to check out Sean Black, man. Sean Black Bass Life, man. Like he's got this new
and
thing going. The beat dealers. He's got the new thing going, man. Some of the coldest beats out there. You know what I mean? Who else, man? Shout out to Ziggy. He's doing some dope shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ziggy stays hot.
And the whole West to Sea crew. Shout out to them.
Yates been doing his thing.
Yates,
RJ been doing his thing. Hey, you know what? Al's been doing it. All y'all niggas doing your
All
thing.
of them. Shout out to West to Sea, man.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of theirs for a while.
Came up with the homies, man. Real shit.
I mean, shit. Of course, everybody in this room stay busy, stay doing their thing. You know what I mean? The whole Diff Dope crew.
I'm gonna throw in the homie Anthem. Shout out to homie Anthem.
Goes hard in the paint.
Just came out with a project. The project is really like he's pushing that thing, man.
Anthem's got one of the illest pens in the
and he's pushing that project right now. So
one of my favorite artists. I wish he'd do some more stuff. You know what I mean? He's busy. I see. He's like one of the coldest tattoo artists in the city. But one of my favorite artists is Dravinus. Dravinus goes hard as fuck, man.
Shout out Dravinus.
What's up, bro?
Dravinus does his thing.
But on the flip side, man, go get your work done.
Hey, get your money, my guy.
He's doing beautiful work, man. So if you like ink, man, hit up Stephen Angel, bro. Like he's really doing some great work.
Yeah, check him out on Instagram, Stephen Angel. He goes hard in the paint.
I gotta throw Sasquatch out in there, man.
Of course, Sasquatch Josh be murdering shit though.
Hey, Sasquatch is quite villainous on records sometimes.
Norman Osborn, reminded the business.
Bro, I don't know.
I'm taking flight on these bitches.
Man, yeah, Sasquatch, Demented Nature, they go hard in the paint.
I mean, like, we had fun with that track. That track is gonna be so much fun.
Oh yeah, that one needs a video. We gotta like start brainstorming for that one.
Same thing me and Ace was saying. Now is the time. Go to Spirit very closest.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah,
good call. Yeah, Sasquatch was saying he's gonna get a Joker suit. Like okay.
Bruh, we've had like a lot of just like fun and funny experiences doing this music shit. Like
yeah.
Okay, so share with the people like maybe one or a few of just like fun or crazy funny things that have happened that you can share.
My favorite shit is going on the road. You know what I mean? Like hitting the road with the squad. Like we go all over the damn place. Like when we get down to LA, you know, rocking them shows at the Airliner. Classic times, man. Just
or going up north.
Going up north to Oregon. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Spaz. I'll see you tomorrow, baby.
Shout out to Spaz out there popping them things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, that was the time, man. The fucking Jurassic Park ride.
Hey,
yeah, really. Yeah, that was crazy.
And you know what?
Living that mountain man life.
And you know what, Spaz? I gotta shout you out personally for being a good teacher. Cause speaking of popping them things, you were a good teacher, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
That was good times out in the Oregon cuts, man. Just
That was my first time. I never had one in my hand before that.
Oh shit.
That was my first time actually feeling what that felt like. So yeah.
Not to mention, anytime anytime that we're fucking with King Bat out there.
Oh, that's him right there. He's saying Dago.
Oh,
Yo,
Dago. Oh,
we love coming to San Diego, man. Like,
as long as you have,
Crazy
gum.
San Diego.
Shout out to the house guy.
House guy.
The house guy.
The house guy.
So do we call Stacy the gum girl? Like, we got the house guy and the gum girl together. We rocking shows, baby. Shout out Stacy. Thank you for the
Good
gum.
times, man. Like
that juicy fruit. Rocking Infinite Supply Tour.
I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget that.
Oh yeah.
I
I borderline forgot about that. Yeah, y'all saved the show, man, with some juicy fruit.
That's bananas.
That was
like,
cold.
how does that even happen?
Well, what happens is I spend a lot of time in my life taking things apart, so I know how to put things together.
There you go.
Something broke.
Yeah.
There you go. Nah, one of my favorite times though, we went to L.A. and we rocked with Crooked Eye.
Oh yeah.
And we was
he was fucking with us.
And after,
he was such a
he,
cool
like,
ass motherfucker, bro.
And we're just out on the corner, just chopping it up with him, just talking music.
Cool
like
he's
just a regular
man.
dude.
God damn, that was a cool ass nigga.
You know, he's just like, yeah, I love the Bay Area, man. Like, y'all got artists up there people need to know about. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right. Like,
he's like, yeah, who's that dude? Yuck Mouth? That dude goes hard, man. Like, we're like, yeah.
And it's and wait, so think about how crazy that is that at this point in his career and this point in Yuck Mouth's career, they don't know each other yet.
Yeah, that's pretty
how
nuts.
crazy is
that's
that,
kinda
right?
Crazy. Yeah.
How crazy is that, right?
Like they sound great on the track together.
Yuck Mouth has done so much shit, accomplished so much shit. Crooked Eye has done so much shit, accomplished so much shit. How have they never like interfaced that at yet?
Right? It's about
How has that
20 years
never
each now?
happened?
Yeah, like, geez, at least.
Yeah,
like, Crooked Eye's been around since the mid-90s.
Crooked Eye's first single was in 93.
Yeah. On, what, Death Row?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That little party track that never caught, really.
Yeah, the song with the Loonies.
That's so crazy. Speaking of Death Row, man. Okay, so back in the day when we was coming up, obviously Pac was one of my favorites. Just talk about some of your favorites coming up, maybe like, you know, middle school, teenager, coming up, and then, you know,
well,
to now.
So, like I said, like Rakim kind of got my ear open for hip hop, but what made me want to start rapping was DMX. DMX when he first dropped, man, was a fucking monster. Like,
hey, if you in our age range and you didn't fuck with DMX, I don't know what to say to you.
I really don't. We can't talk music.
I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. If you were over the age of 30 and you don't have an appreciation for what DMX used to do, like, I don't know, man.
Like it kind of breaks my heart when I hear people talking down about him, you know, because he went through all that, you know, the drug stuff.
Unfortunately, he devolved
a little bit. But even to this, I mean, even now, like when I'm working out, what's my favorite song? X gon' give it to you. Trying to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Like, nah, he's one of the coldest, man. Like,
most definitely.
So
It's a weird flow that you're just like you question, like, is this good? But then there's no doubt in your mind that it's good, and it's just like the way he delivers it. You're just
the
like,
delivery, bro. Like there was such even in some of his simpler lyrics that weren't the most like profound or technical. Because X had his tracks where he went off and spit that shit, but even at his times where he was spitting simpler, like. He still just delivered that shit in a way that was raw, rough, gritty. Like, you just felt that shit. Like, I mean, X could have rapped, Mary had a little lamb, and you would have felt that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have felt that shit.
Why the snow? What?
And he could have done exactly that. He could have done exactly that. You would have been like, oh, that shit's hard.
No,
like,
he did it. He did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh.
It was fucking hilarious.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No,
he did.
Look it up. Look it up.
It's on the internet still.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
But nah, man, like, yeah, DMX was just like that energy was that was everything, man.
Oh shit.
Can I get some water?
Hey, yo, bitch.
So DMX was like dope and an influence to a lot of people. Like, was there anybody else for you? Like, who did you fuck with coming up?
when I really started getting serious with the pen, cannabis was a huge influence on me. Like
Your favorite MC to hear in the club, right?
No. No.
I thought you told me you wanted to hear a cannabis discography when you go to the club.
Oh,
I
hell
thought
yeah.
You told me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want a girl bouncing on your lap to fucking lyrical, miracle, spiritual.
Only in my dreams, man.
I mean, it depends on how she moving it. Like,
Only in my dreams.
Protons and molecules. No, like
she had glasses
that,
on.
that's not for the club.
No, females be listening to that shit like, oh, he's killing it.
Nobody wants to hear cannabis in the club. No disrespect to them, but no. That's what I love about hip hop. There's different stuff for different times.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But he was as an influence in terms of you like wanting to get your pen right, wanting to get on the craft and shit.
Like as far as like his vocabulary and just like his knowledge of just like all kinds of shit, you know, history and science and all that nerd shit that I like. I was like, man.
Yeah, he had such a span of knowledge, like about a lot of different shit.
Like he'd rhyme about stuff. I'm like, what is he talking about? I'd have to go look it up.
Exactly. Exactly.
And there wasn't really Google, so you had to like hit the Rolodex with that shit.
You had to go to the library for real. Like I remember this. What did he say? He said Nikola Tesla, John von Neumann, all wrapped up in the body of one human. I was like, who are these dudes he's talking about? Like I had to go look it up. I was like, oh, okay. These are fucking like real scientists, real fucking, you know.
So, like, after I'm gonna tell you, like, to me.
Oh, my bad. 1 second.
Chat watch.
Dealer Breeze said cannabis has some club bangers. No, he didn't.
Not really, man.
Maybe he was on some club bangers, but they weren't
what kind of
his.
club?
No, they weren't his.
Well, he was on 4321, which comes on in the
That
club
was
sometimes.
not. That was no. No, that does not qualify as a club banger.
I guess not.
It was on in the club.
I love me some 4321.
Not even
But
on a
let's
Thursday?
not front and call that a club banger.
Come on, Mr. Smith, come get some.
This man said, I'm the illest nigga alive.
No.
Watch me prove it. I'll snatch a crown with your head still attached to it. Like, damn.
Yeah, cause when you want to dance with a chick, that's what you want. That's what she's gonna dance to.
If you had a juggler
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
I see your point, madman. I see your point. Yeah, you know.
Man, so like, to me, I listen to you and like I rap with you, and still like when I hear you, sometimes it's like your flow and the way you blend together just different aspects of rhyming to me. Even rhyming with you still is like amazes me sometimes, and it's just like I listen to you, like to me you have a blend, like vocally, like you're kind of like if Tone Loc could really fucking like spit that shit, like if Tone Loc like because you're like your whole because like your whole persona and your whole SteeZ to me, like you just like persona wise, just how you are, you remind me of Tone Loc, just hella laid back, you smooth as fuck. But then like when you start spitting that shit, I'm like, okay, like Tone Loc was listening to Dilated Peoples and like fucking like, you know what I'm saying?
That's already got interesting right there.
I appreciate that. I do. Because I love Dilated, by the way. Like, they're one of my favorite groups all the time.
Rocker.
But,
no,
yeah,
I definitely
that,
I definitely hear traces of them like when I listen to you. I do. How would you describe your style? If you had to describe your style or just how you get down on the mic, how would you describe that to people who might not be familiar with your music yet?
That's a good question. Well, I describe it the way someone described me one time. He said, "Man, you're like a West Coast guru." I was like,
"Wow."
I was like,
"Wait,
I was like, that makes sense." Like, I'm not a guru, by the way. I'm nowhere near his level, but you know, yeah, like, you know, kind of, you know, I always try to be crafty with the lyricism. You know, I never want to be too simple. Right. But I also don't want to, you know, I've gone through my stretches where I was trying to be Cannabis back in the day, and I wanted to be Mr. Lyrical Miracle, and it's just, you know, you don't have to try that hard. You know what I mean? It's better to just be yourself and just, you know.
But you know what I love about your music personally, and this is just me from a personal standpoint. What I love about your music is you are a fucking wordsmith, but you go about it in a way that's relatable, and you're not like just trying to be a thesaurus or a dictionary just for the sake of trying to be a thesaurus or dictionary. You have a very, very fluent and fluid vocabulary, but you display it in a way to where it's like in the flow of conversation. So like you're not just trying to rap big words for the sake of rapping big words, even though you know big words. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you do use big words, it's within the flow of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Like that, you know, that just comes with time because, you know, you try, like I've tried, you know, when you're young, you're just kind of imitating your favorite rappers and shit.
right.
And, you know, you realize that just throwing a bunch of big words out there, you're not saying anything. Like, you're just,
And
you know,
some people just do that and think it's the shit to do.
you know,
Like, let me just
ubiquitous, vociferous, blah, blah, blah. Like, what are you talking about, man?
okay, it's cool, but can you use ubiquitous and vociferous in a conversation and make it flow with
And
context?
have it make sense.
Right.
Like, just throwing out a bunch of big words ain't hot. Like,
And just because you throwing out multiple rhyme schemes don't mean it's tight either. Just because you can make two words or two sounds rhyme for a whole fucking 16, but what did you say to me though? like,
did it make like?
You
you know, yeah, yeah. It's like you're cheating when you're doing that. It's like, come on, man. You only rhyme with one syllable. What you doing? You're just saying the same word over and over. But nah, man. I mean, it comes with time. It just comes with, you know, trying different things out. And you know, like one artist that got me right as far as what you were just talking about, as far as you know, the rhyme schemes was MC Juice.
Okay.
Like, cause he'll go a whole verse rhyming the same 5 syllables, but he's actually saying shit. Like,
Right.
he's actually making sense. He's kicking punchlines in there. You're like, damn, how'd he do that?
Right.
You know?
Because at the end of the day, like, even if your rhyme scheme isn't as complex as the MC next to you, at the end of the day, the shit has to make sense. I have to be able to digest what you're saying. So if your shit is simple, but I can understand and digest what you're telling me, as opposed to the motherfucker who's rapping ubiquitous, vociferous in your clitoris, I'ma get with this, like, but like I'm gonna vibe with the motherfucker who I can understand and relate to, simple or not. Now I prefer you have some more complex technical skill and be able to deliver that shit too. That's what I prefer. What do you prefer? Like, what do you like to listen to?
I mean, you know, different things for different times. Sometimes I want to hear like I want to hear some lyricism. I want to hear you like break something down. I want to hear crazy flows and like multiple rhyme schemes and punchlines and all that shit. Sometimes I just want to hear Devin the Dude rap about smoking weed. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll be in the bathroom, boo-boo.
Hitting the melodies, you know, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to relax.
Right.
You don't want to think too much, you know?
Absolutely.
Kyle says if DMX comes on when I'm fighting, I'm killing someone.
What?
Dude. When I'm on the last lap of a run, man, like when X Gon' Give It To You comes on, it's like, all right,
2 more laps.
let's go.
I'm gonna finish this shit.
You get that burst of energy, you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
That's real shit.
That was my house, but I'm still going.
All right, so I feel like we have shed light on you as an artist. I feel like the people who have viewed and listened have gotten to know you as an artist. So let's peel back some layers and let them get to know MaQ the man. I know you as an avid sports fan. So talk a little bit about MaQ, the man who enjoys sports. Share that.
I'm a sports nut, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have been since I was a little kid. When I was, from the time I was 6 to the time I was, I don't know, 15, 16. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to the NBA. You couldn't tell me.
Okay.
Like I was going to the league. I was going to break all Jordan's records.
Okay, all right.
I was a cocky little bastard, but yeah, I grew up playing all sports. Like, I played basketball. I come from a heavy soccer family. My parents are African. They love soccer. Played 1 year of football. I was way too skinny back then, so I got my ass kicked. I played a little rugby. I ran track. I actually went to college on a track and field scholarship. So, I love sports, man. Like,
and ever since you were yay high, you pretty much have watched a bunch of different sports.
Everything,
right? Okay.
everything. When the Warriors traded Mitch Richmond when I was a kid, I cried like a little bitch.
Okay.
When we broke up Run TMC, I cried like a little bitch.
Yep.
That was my favorite player. They're like, Mitch Richmond, no. So.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you, cause I know you follow sports and you're pretty knowledgeable. And being the sports nut that you are, I'm gonna have you kind of put your analyst hat on right now.
Okay.
We're gonna run through some teams, and every team that I name is gonna be a team that I know that you like. And
Okay.
I just want you to talk a little bit about what you see is going on with that team right now. What you like, what you don't like, what's wrong, what's fucked up, what they need to fix. So we'll start with the team that I know you kind of watch casually, not all that much, but if you can shed some light on what you think is going on with the Sharks right now.
Also, keep your eyes on the chat too, because you might have some people in there, and also the time.
Dealer Breeze still talking about cannabis. He did have some club bangers. No, he didn't, man. With Wyclef or without Wyclef? No, sir.
Yeah, there was no club banger.
But anyway, to your question, the Sharks. I'm not a huge hockey aficionado.
Right.
I'm from San Jose, so I grew up, going to Sharks games. I loved hockey when I was a kid. Actually, I used to play roller hockey in the street and shit.
Okay.
But as I've gotten older and hockey runs concurrent with the NBA, I don't pay as close attention as I should.
I understand.
But the Sharks just can't get over the hump. I don't know what it is. Like, we keep getting this close and then they flop.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't break down exactly why that is.
You just don't follow it closely enough to be able to.
But we're always in the mix. So hopefully one of these days.
Well, I also know you as someone who casually follows the Giants. and every time I mention the Giants to you or ask you about the Giants, you just go about expressing disappointment with me. So talk a little. What do you from your knowledge of what's going on with them right now, from your knowledge of their franchise right now, where are they at? Where do you want to see? Like what's the deal?
We need to invest in hitters. Like for a long time, all we really invest in is pitching, and you got to hit in today's game. You know what I mean? Like, the championships we won were all on the backs of pitching.
Absolutely.
And timely hitting, like guys who get hot at the right time.
Right.
But we can't catch that lightning in the bottle anymore. We gotta switch up your plan a little bit. Like, we need some bats over here.
Okay.
You can't put all that money in old ass pitchers.
So do you, not just pitching, but you think age is an issue too?
A little bit. We hold on to guys too long, man.
Okay.
We hold on to guys a little too long. Kept Zito just a little too long. Kept Matt Cain just a little too long.
So you would like to see? So you'd like to see the Giants get a little bit younger and get some more bats?
I think we got to start investing in the farm system a little more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because think of the guys who came through the farm system: Sandoval, Buster Posey, pitcher that we just sent to Arizona. His name's escaping me right now. Madison Bumgarner. All these guys came through the farm system, and it's like we don't really invest in that anymore. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the farm system, I live right around the fucking corner from where their fucking farm club plays. Have you ever had a chance to go check out their farm club?
Long time ago.
Okay.
I went to a couple games.
Okay.
Yep, San Jose Giants.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Right down the street from me. I've had a chance to go check them out a couple times. Giants aren't my team, but I had a chance to go check out the local club. Like, you know, I figured it's down the street from me. Get a chance to go check out some sports. Why not? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've had a chance to check out the local club a couple times, man. And it's just interesting when you go check out a farm club. I feel because like you really get to see firsthand like kind of how they do, like how they try to build major league habits, but it's such on like a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Like you get to see it so scaled down, and that's so interesting for me.
Yeah, I mean these are guys still taking the bus. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're not getting pampered like the big leaguers.
Right. For some of them, mom might actually still be dropping their ass off. For some of them. You know what I'm saying?
You really gotta like slug it out and like have that heart to get through it. You know, to get to the next level. I respect those guys.
Yeah.
Like, I know a couple guys that play AA ball, and it's no picnic.
Right.
It's not easy.
Nah, and you know it's interesting that you say you know people, because you know if people out there think that it's just you get to wake up and have the dream and just snap your fingers and the dream comes, like it's good even though you're not a professional athlete, you can say from knowing those people that you know that it's like, okay, it's not just, so that's what's up.
Like I know a couple cats that tried out for the San Jose SaberCats, you know, the arena football team.
Yeah.
And like people look at arena football, fuck that. But nah, that shit it's football, man. Like
those guys are playing, man.
That's a real deal shit.
Those guys are playing, and those coaches are coaching. Like, don't sell it short. Don't sell it short.
Don't ever front on a pro athlete, man. It takes a different mind to
professional
to get
is
that.
professional regardless. Yeah. Like, I don't care what you're doing professionally. Like, if you're doing it at a professional level, any sport, professional is professional. Golf, tennis, I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It takes like some real heart, real work, real focus, determination, all of that good stuff. So,
so for those of the viewers that can't see you at the moment, you're rocking a clean little fucking NBA Jam t-shirt, and it has the fucking Splash Bros on there in the fucking like video game NBA Jam logo though. So we was talking about your sports teams. I gotta ask you about your team of all teams. We're assess the Dubs right now.
Go Dubs. We're gonna be back in the mix next year, y'all. We're gonna be back in the mix next year. We got our backcourt coming back. You know what I'm saying? Got the Splash Bros. Wiggins is a year, you know what I mean? A year older. And hopefully he can come into his own. We don't have the same squad we had a couple years ago. Like we all know that. There's no more Kevin Durant. Like we're not gonna run through the league. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a lot more work this year. It's gonna, with a whole like who we got playing center. We got Marquise Chris, this young dude who's got all kinds of potential. I think they're still trying to make a move. They're still trying to get some kind of trade going. I heard they're looking at Bradley Beal. I heard they're looking at the Greek Freak. And if we can get either one of those dudes, all right, then we can make some noise.
Okay, so you might have possibly just answered my question, but I want you, for this question right here only, I want you to put your GM hat on.
Okay.
If you're in that front office, how are you leveraging that second draft pick? What are you doing? Are you drafting, or what are you doing with that pick?
I'm packaging that pick and hopefully Wiggins, and I'm trading for the Greek Freak. It's probably going to take more than that, but I throw in that number 2 pick and Wiggins for the Greek Freak and whoever else you want to send with him. Financially, can you afford to bring Giannis on board and keep Draymond? Financially, can you afford to have both of those contracts? That's the thing, and that's what I've tried to tell people, Warriors fans who get excited about the hype of possibly getting Giannis. That could possibly mean parting with Draymond. It could. I'll take it. I'll take it.
And-
I love Draymond, but I'll take it.
That's not my team, but if it was by Draymond to get Giannis, I'm just saying. And that's no shade on Draymond. Draymond should get his jersey retired for you guys one day.
He will.
So that's no shade on him at all.
No,
you know.
No, I mean, Draymond's kind of like...
He should get his jersey retired for you guys one day. He should.
But, you know, the Greek Freak is the Greek Freak, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I love Dre. He's like the glue to our team, you know what I mean? He does all the intangibles. He can guard literally any position. But, you know, the Greek Freak does the same thing, and he can score 30 a game. You know? So, sorry, Dre.
So as a fan of the 2020 champs, I'm gonna say best of wishes in terms of health. I want to see y'all fully healthy this year, cause I'm gonna say this. Either way, we're gonna cross paths. I don't think it's a maybe. It's an eventual gonna happen, and I want both teams at full strength, and I just want to see how it goes down. I want to see what y'all bring. I want to see what we bring, and you know, so get healthy, stay healthy, and I'm looking forward to our meeting down the road.
Yeah.
I'm looking
but
forward
you see,
to it.
Like, I love our front office because they think steps ahead. You know what I mean? They know, like, we need a neutralizer for LeBron. We don't have one right now.
Is there one that...
Well, not a neutralizer. That might be the wrong word.
Well, neutralizer is a looser term because there's nobody that's going to stop him.
No.
But when you say neutralize could mean to somewhat counteract. So
exactly. I just mean someone that can go head to head with him. We don't have any, like Draymond kind of, but we don't really have that guy. Like, we used to have Kevin Durant, who was like, you know, that's 1 and 2 going head to head. You know what I mean?
I think the bigger matchup nightmare we possess is AD. I think he's just literally for every fucking other team in the league. He's just, how do you physically match up to somebody who's 6'11" and has all the skills he has?
Yeah.
Like, he's just a matchup nightmare for everyone.
He's a problem.
With, like, so for you guys have Steph, who can shoot from anywhere in San Francisco. So you know what I mean?
Knocking him down from Daly City, man.
Steph can knock him down from the bridge. So, I'm excited to see. The West is gonna be so deep this year, dude. Oh my God! Like, if you just look at how thick it's gonna be in the West, like I'm expecting us to come back better. I'm not expecting us to bring the exact same team back on the court. So we're going to make some alterations here and there. I don't think we need to make any major overhaul, but we need to make minor tweaks on the back end to get better. I know you guys are going to come strong because you're going to have your core healthy, plus you got some moves you can make with that draft pick. I anticipate that Dallas is going to experience some growth. That kid Luka's special.
Oh, Luka's another planet.
Special.
That guy's incredible.
And Porzingis ain't no half-ass his damn self. So
when he's healthy, he can, like, he's a baller.
I think there's still some moves that Portland needs to make, but Portland is always in the mix just because of their backcourt. Just because of their backcourt, they're a playoff team. I think they need to get better here and there in certain spots in their front court.
They need a reliable big man.
They're going to be in the mix. Houston is an interesting case because I've kind of heard that they could potentially make a move as far as... Basically, what I've heard from Houston is that nobody's untouchable except for Harden. So
maybe get rid of Westbrook and get a swing man, or get a big man, something, get a package of players or something. Because I don't know, like Westbrook and Harden together don't match to me. Like, it's the same problem they had with Harden and Chris Paul. You got two ball dominant dudes. It's like they can't really play the game they need to play when they're on the court together, you know.
Right.
But
because it's like they just naturally get in each other's way.
Yeah.
Just automatically. Right.
But
style of play.
You know, I guess we'll see what they do. But you know, they got rid of what's his name, Daryl Morey, the GM.
Yeah, man, that was huge. And D'Antoni, bro, I don't want to shit on any NBA coach, but I just never thought Mike D'Antoni was all that good. I'm just being honest. I just never thought he was a really good NBA coach. Maybe he would do better at the college level. I just never, ever thought he was a really good NBA coach. I just never really did.
He was cool. I mean, I feel like he got a lot of credit for what Steve Nash did in Phoenix.
Right.
But, you know, he seems to keep getting jobs, so get your money, man. But
yeah,
win some
that.
games.
That's the thing. So the team we have in common.
Raiders.
Talk about where you see the Raiders at right now.
I gotta be honest, I haven't seen one Raiders game this year.
Okay.
Not a one. It's just Sundays I'm always busy.
It's too bad. It's too bad you missed the Kansas City game. It's too bad you didn't catch that one.
I really wish I saw that. I really didn't see that coming. I just marked that off as we gonna get murdered. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's a murder. And nah, they pulled it off. Salute. You know what I mean?
Well, it had been a good while since we had won in Arrowhead Stadium before that. So before that game, it had been a long time since we won.
I was like, Mahomes is gonna have like 700 yards. Like, all right, I don't need to see that.
all of a sudden in the second half of that game, our defense came out and said enough is enough, and that's the defense that we saw in the second half of that game is the defense we need to consistently fucking see. That's the defense that the Raiders need to be consistently putting on the field. And like the defense that I saw in the second half of that game, they were alert. They were flying all over the field. They were making plays. They were aggressive. They were nasty. They were hungry. And I don't feel like I had seen that from our defense before that second half of that game. And so I feel like if they can figure out a way to bring what they brought in that half for a whole game, I feel like, because our offense has played well. Our offense has played well. We've been putting up points for the most part this year. We've been averaging close to 30 points a game. So our offense is putting up points. If our defense cannot give up so many points, then we can possibly have some action, man. I'm telling you, bro.
All right. Now I'm gonna make sure I catch the game this weekend, because Sundays are like most weeks. That's my only day off. So I fit in all the little house shit I got to do and all the So I ain't been lucky enough to catch a game yet, but
man, and we were supposed to have the Sunday night game, and then with the whole they moved us up to the afternoon.
That's
game.
messed up.
I don't know. Yeah. The league. I got questions for the league, man. I don't know about that. Like, why is the game moved up when you moved everybody else's game back in that same situation? Tell me, like, I'm not understanding. Help me understand.
Yeah. It's the
help me. I want to understand. Help me understand.
It's the curse of Al Davis.
Dude.
They still hate Al Davis. They like, fuck him. Even in his death, we gonna keep on fucking with the Raiders.
Man.
Rest in peace to Al Davis. But yeah, the Raiders get the short end of the stick all the time.
That's just, and the Raiders have been the outlaws of the NFL, been the outlaws of football for years and years and years and years. So that's just kind of one of those things that's going to traditionally and culturally carry on, I think. You know what I mean? Like, I was at the last motherfucking game in Oakland. Bruh, that shit was fucking... Some motherfuckers just didn't know how to act.
Our cats was in there, like, stealing seats and shit. Like, like ripping seats out the...
Bruh, why was motherfuckers trying to jump the field like it was a college game?
Oh, wow. Don't get shot, man. They got literal
like, motherfuckers was shot like it was a San Jose State game. Like, motherfuckers was trying to run onto the field after the game. Like, yeah.
That's a bad move.
Man.
But it's the Bay Area, man. What do you want?
Is there anything you want the viewers to know? Any last notes that you want to leave for them, man? What do you want to say to the people?
the Macro Project. I want that. I'm trying to get that shit out by December. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a date for y'all sometime in the next couple of weeks. But you know, the Macro Project, that's a new album. I'm gonna try to have that to y'all before the year's out. New single dropping next week featuring Sasquatch Josh, Madman right here, Villains, produced by Bass Life. That shit slap.
And to the people who are familiar with your music and have followed and supported you, anything you want to say to them?
Man, thank y'all for rocking with me for all these years. Man, I'm old as shit. Thank y'all for fucking with me. If y'all ain't you know, check me out, man. At MaQ SteeZ everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You look me up, you'll find everything. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain places you can find songs I got back. I mean, dating back to 2004. Like, yeah. Do your research, you'll find that shit, man. Like,
anything you want to say to these two ugly niggas behind us?
Hey.
Man, fuck the both of y'all. Just play. Y'all cool, man.
Thanks, man.
Pip, you got any questions, man? Fuck.
I got questions.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
I have you say something, man.
When's the album dropping?
Hopefully December.
Hopefully December.
That's the goal. But right now I'm just kind of focused on singles and visuals, and just, you know, trying to build a you know, a buzz, build a demand. You know what I mean? Like,
you're on your way. Shit, man. That
really
video's dope.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. White Flags, check that out on my YouTube page. Subscribe. And subscribe.
I don't want to keep peppering the man with questions all night long. I mean, I think I've made him talk a lot, don't y'all?
Hey.
Did you learn about MaQ SteeZ this evening? If you were paying attention, I think you learned a little
I
something.
hope you learn a little something, man.
A little something. I don't want to just continuously grill the man. You know what I'm saying?
When you see me in the street, holler at me, man. Give me a pound. Don't be scared, man. I know I'm dark and scary, but...
Big brother, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Oh, always, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for allowing me to annoy you with questions.
Oh, it's all good, man. Shit, why not?
For sure, man.
As long as we big chilling, you know what I mean?
That's what we do, man.
Well, we've chilled pretty big so far, so...
Yikes. Yeah, we have.
I think it's about time for us to go.
Wow, we did massive chilling tonight.
Yeah, that was like an hour, 20-minute interview.
Hey.
Was it?
Yep.
Okay.
So, we are...
Well, thank y'all for spending another Friday night.
Yeah, thank you.
Big chilling with Diff Dope, man.
Yeah, big chillin'. We here.
We
We're here next
appreciate
Friday.
y'all.
Be on the lookout for Rock Forever in Pieces.
Hey.
If you're a person that don't have a pre-order package, just know that I'll still have stuff available, but it won't nearly be as cool. Sorry, you had your
Man.
chance.
Thank y'all, man.
Check us all out, man. We all over the place. Spotify, Tidal, all that good stuff. Three-Headed Dragon, MaQ SteeZ, Madman on RDV, YDMC, and of course Piff Habanero. You know, check
Thank
it
y'all
all
for
out.
tuning in. Thank Mac, YD, and Piff for making this shit fucking go down every week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we will see y'all next week. Next week will be episode 15.
Yeah. Take care.
Episode 15.
More big chilling coming soon.
Who we interviewing?